And we are live. Hey guys, what's going on? James here. We're back with yet another week of Tampa Bay Buccaneers football. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There they are, versus the Indianapolis Colts. How's everybody doing? This is the finale of the preseason. The starters are actually going to play in this game for a little bit, and then we're going to go to the backups. A lot of cool stuff in this game, hopefully. We've already got a ton of people in here. Let's already take a look at the chat. We've got Keith. We've got Glenn. We've got Red Bucks, Dylan, Robbie. Gaming Wizard is here. Football 12. Mary Lou is here. Mary Lou. Keem, I think. Make a play for me. Calming music videos just for me. Just for you. It's here. What's going on? Got everybody here. Lord is here. What's going on, everybody? Nicholas is here. Jimmy is here. Hello from Ecuador. Michael's here. What's going on, Michael? Of Real Bucks Talk. Michael Plus, my man. Steve is here as well. What's going on, Steve? Good to see you in here as well. We got a ton of people in here. What's going on, people? Hope everybody is doing good. BucsNation 31 is here as well. Alpha is here. Neela is here. We got everybody here, man. What's going on? Insomnia Knight, otherwise known as Ashley, from South Carolina. Troy. Prince is here. NE is here. Doria. Juker Boss. What's going on, people? Benjamin. Hello, everybody. Thinker is here. TV12's warming up. That's facts. I should probably go to where the game's going to be held. Again, I'm watching on WFLA, folks. Channel 8 locally. So that is where I'm going to be watching. Names is here. What's going on, people? There's a lot of stuff going on in this game, right? The starters are going to be playing. Is the last chance for anybody battling for a roster spot, battling for a starting job. Those are going to be some of the things going on in this game. We party like it's 2020. Whee! Tom Brady with lifetime record against Buffalo, 32-3. That's pretty crazy. Closer and closer to week one. Yeah, after this, the Buccaneers will have to get down to 53 players in the next couple of days. So there's going to be a lot going on with that. We do have, hold on one second, I did like it on Twitter just so I could keep an eye on it. We do have the people who are not going to be playing in this game. You have Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, Tristan Wirfs, Giovanni Bernard, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, Keanu Neal, Logan Ryan, Zion McCollum are the 8 players who are not going to be playing in this game. So Julio Jones, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, Cam Brate, those guys are all going to be playing. Robert Hainesy, Donovan Smith, Shaq Mason, Tom Brady, of course, on the offensive side of things. Levante David, Devin White, Shaq Barrett, Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Antoine Winfield Jr., Mike Edwards. All these guys are going to be playing, folks. Akeem Hicks, Vita Vea. The names go on and on and on. What's going on, Elijah? What is my favorite Tampa Bay jersey combo for this season? Give me... I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not as into it as everybody else. I think all their jerseys look good. I'm not as into the jersey combos as other people. Do I think we will carry 7 wide receivers on the 53-man roster? You know, Annie, that's a good question. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. That's just my thoughts. Let's see. 4-1s on road. The Bucs app has the game on the mini screen if y'all need it. Thank you, Prince. Hello, Barbara. Good to see you. Greatly appreciate that. Julio Jones is playing. Yep. Yes, Julio Jones will be playing. He will be playing. This is our year 2022 for the Super Bowl. That's the hope, right? That is the hope. We will see if it actually comes to fruition. We see a kicker. Oh, will we see the kicker battles? Tom, you're not going to get me, Tom. Don't even try to get me, my dude. You're not going to get me. No lineman left to play, LOL. James, is Tom Brady starting? Yes, Susan, Tom Brady will be playing and starting in this game. Michael, we always get spam here. We take care of it. Me and my mod squad, we're on it. Jose Borregales going to play today? Yes, he is, Alexander. Yes, Tom, it's all good. I got you. I was actually thinking about it today. I was wearing a hoodie earlier today. And I remembered our last, what was it? Our last interaction where you said, why are you wearing a hoodie? I said, because I'm cold, Tom. Because I'm cold. I remember that interaction a couple weeks ago. That was fun. But yeah, I want to talk about the kicker battle real quick. Whoever, I think right now as it stands, Ryan Suckup would probably be the kicker, in my opinion. So maybe we see more of Jose Borregales today. That's a possibility. I don't really like the home jerseys. They just look a little off to me. Just plain white, bad in my opinion, home option. I got you, Coleman. Let's see. Spammers, no spamming. There you go, stand up. Hey, what's going on? We got Willie here. Shout out to MrBucsNation, the mod squad, and the fans. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to have everybody here watching the game together. Brandon. MrBucsNation, can you please explain your picture of Tom Brady apparently throwing a plate of Chinese food? I always see it in the background of your videos. Thank you for that question, by the way, Brandon. It's not a super long story, so it's not Chinese food. It is actually a Zinger Mountain Melt from Miller's Ale House. I had this because I thought it would be a funny meme for here on the channel. And the year I started using it was the year they won the Super Bowl. So now we got to keep it around, at least most of the time. And nobody can ever figure out what it is. I've heard it be called a plate of shrimp, Chinese food, so many different things, man. So many different things. I don't rate Borregales as entertainment's best. He seems like he's the kind of kicker to fold when pressure is on. Well, I'm just saying. Missing that game winner is a bigger deal than I think some people would say it is. Evan Wanish of CannonFirePodcast.com, or Evan CannonFirePodcast.com of the Cannon Fire Podcast. Boxing match, getting ready. But, yeah, no, I think that was a bigger deal than what people make it out to be. So, I mean, that's just me. Shannon, good day. We will have a clear idea of what this team is after the first half. I wouldn't say that, TL. I think that is a bit of a stretch, but it is going to be nice for the starters to get some playing time, for sure. When the Bucs win the Super Bowl, your celebratory meal should be the Zinger's Mountain Melt. Yeah, that's facts. Actually, I keep on trying. I keep on trying to find a way to get Miller's Ale House to sponsor this YouTube channel so we can just have Zinger Mountain Melts for the ready. Hit the like button when you come in the room. Yeah, we got 160 people in here, by the way. If you guys are enjoying this live stream and are ready for some Buccaneers football, hit the like button. If you're excited for the starters to play, hey, let's get it to 75 likes, man. 160 people in here, we can get it to 75 likes. And if you're new, subscribe. I'm going to be doing this all season. Going to be really happy to cover every single game this year, or pretty much every single game. There's going to be like 2 games where I won't be here, but I will have a substitute host here, so we'll have coverage on the YouTube channel for every single game this season, folks, so stay tuned for that. Annie, you make a good point. Special teams coverage has to improve. It has not looked good. Point blank, simple as that. Punt coverage has not been good. Kickoff coverage is still iffy. This is like a 4-year streak now, too, where it just hasn't been good for some reason, so definitely have to see that improve. Definitely have to. Which Bucs wide receiver will have the best game tonight? Well, you assume it's going to be one of the backups, so which backup? Man, that's a tough call. I would say Tyler Johnson, but I'm going to go ahead and say Jarrett Stearns. I think Jarrett Stearns will pop off today. Shout out to South Jersey's finest, Logan Ryan. Hey, Logan Ryan's putting in some work, man. I'm excited to see Logan Ryan play. I think he's going to be good, for sure. Megalodon, you agree with me on that? There you go. Man, oh man. Yeah, we've got a very fun stream ahead of us today, folks. And actually, after this, I think I'm actually going to be, After this, I'm actually going to be going live with the Cannon Fire podcast, I believe. I don't know if that's set in stone yet, but we'll have to wait and see. So stay tuned for that as well, as we're on Spam Patrol today. We're getting them out of here. We're not dealing with the spam today. Saw a lot of stuff today saying the Bucs really made a point of practicing wrapping up today, so it could be good. You're looking for some improvement, right? You are looking for improvement with tackling. It just wasn't that good in the last preseason game. Got to be better. Got to be better. How many drives is Tom Brady playing today? From what I've seen reported, like 2 probably. We'll see how much they want to do that. So who's going to be the center? It is going to be Robert Hainesy. He's actually done very good so far in that role. Scotty Miller is on the bubble of getting cut, isn't he? Yeah, Brandon, that's facts. He's going to have to ball out tonight to get a roster spot if he is given an opportunity to do so. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Scotty Miller is definitely not safe on this roster, for sure. When you do that, can you remind Evan that Noah Spence was the worst draft pick ever? Yes, Tom, I will remind him. Tua's first throw was like a 50-yard bomb to Tyreek Hill, maybe 60 yards. Hey, shout out to Tua then. That's cool. At the game now, and yes, our boy Brady is in the building. Yes, sir. Carter's in here. Guys, do you want to see James get heated? Bring up the latest Star Wars. Hey, man, you know what? Don't you even bring that up, Michael. I have so many things to say about those Star Wars movies. The latest trilogy. Gah! Not good. Commercial starting already once so far, James. I got you, Christopher. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll see what's going on with that. I have a feeling Brady hits Julio Jones for a touchdown tonight. Then they both sit. It's possible. It's possible. Those movies were horrible. I've been watching a lot of movies lately, man. The Daquan Bowers pick was pretty bad as well. Not as bad as that trilogy of Star episode. Ugh. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I don't even want to think about it, man. Episode 9's terrible. Episode 9's just terrible. I'm sorry. Star Wars Episode 9 is trash. It's just not good. Yes, I did see Beast just a couple of days ago. It wasn't bad. Idris Elba, good stuff. It was a fun movie. I see Big Lion. I like Big Lion. Yes, Christopher, I hope I get paid for him too. Do I have a favorite player on the team? Yeah, Justin. Mike Evans is always a top player of mine. He's been a top player of mine for a long time. I like Shaq Barrett a lot as well. Levante David, I mean, he's fantastic. Vita Vea is literally a human wrecking ball. You know, there's a lot of players on the team I like. A lot of players. I'm glad I'm a Star Trek guy. Picard has been great. There you go, Eric. I actually just watched the latest episode of Star Trek The Lower Decks before the stream today. It was good. Disney Star Wars is terrible as a whole. Yeah. Am I doing a game play-by-play? Yes, I am, D. Yes, I am. Hello from Bulgaria. Hello, go Bucs. Met Bowers years ago at a church in Philly, play guitar. And oh, that's pretty cool, Willie. That's pretty cool, actually. Man, oh man. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a play-by-play for this stream. So stay tuned for that. What's going on, Dylan? What's the source I'm watching from? I'm watching from local channel 8 WFLA. That's what I'm watching from. If you go to Buccaneers.com as well, I believe they have some ways that you can watch the game. So stay tuned for that. Or go ahead and check Buccaneers.com out as well. Hello, Jim from Finland. Cool to see you here. We got a lot of people in here today. Tom Brady will be playing. Yes, he will. I'll also have Twitter up as well. Just in case if there is anything reported, so stay tuned for that. We're still live. Okay, good. My stream was freaking out for a minute. I had no idea what was going on. We're still here? Okay, good. We're still here. I accidentally closed out of the streaming window. I've never done that before. So I was like, are we not live anymore? We're good. We're good. I don't even have the game on TV and I live in Florida. Josh, I'm sorry to hear that, my man. I'll do play-by-play for you, though. Julio Jones' arrival on the Bucs when he joined the Patriots. Tom Brady make him better? Yeah, but no. Comparing Randy Moss joining the Patriots to Julio Jones joining the Bucs could be a similar situation. We'll see. Thank you, Valentine. Thanks so much. Bucs have it streaming on their website. There you go, Joel. Fred is ready. There you go. Very excited for some Tom Brady tonight, as everybody should be. I feel you, Willie. Yeah, he was at Clemson at the time. There you go. James, play-by-play. Yeah, we're doing play-by-play. Game starts in 15 minutes, so stay tuned. Let's see. I do think Scotty has a bit of work to do. However, I still think we keep him. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's just so many good wide receivers right now. I just don't know if there's a spot for Scotty Miller. Longest 15 minutes ever, says Susan. Well, you know. Hey, it is what it is. But I will have Twitter up just in case if there's any updates. Apparently Josh Wells is going to be the starting right tackle tonight. Good Lord. Tom Brady, I'm so sorry. I guess it is better than Fred Johnson. Well, Fred Johnson has been not great. Man, oh man. Send shorting, let's see. On the website only works if you're in the market. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Tampa will miss the playoffs because of the O-line injuries. Yeah, Joshua, I don't know about that, man. I don't think the Bucs will miss the playoffs despite the O-line injuries. Robert Hainesy's done a very good job. The Bucs like what they've seen in Luke Gedeke. They've liked what they've seen in Nick Leverett. I just don't think that's going to be a thing. How long do I think Tom will play? I think probably 2 series of downs is probably what they're going to give him if I had to guess. Who backs up Lenny? A couple of people. Keyshawn Vaughn, Rashad White, Giovanni Bernard, but he's out of this game. So those are kind of some of the main guys. So it's going to be Keyshawn Vaughn and probably Rashad White backing up Leonard Fournette tonight. This will be my 3rd season watching games with you in the MrBucsNation fans. There you go, Christopher. Heck yeah, man. Have we really been doing this for 3 seasons? That's crazy. That's crazy that we've had 3 seasons. How is our return game looking this year? Yeah, not great, Shannon. Not great. Barbara, if it makes you feel better, I will be doing a play-by-play as well. Thank you, Raul. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys find anything interesting at manscaped.com that you want to buy, use code MrBucsNation and you'll get 20% off of anything that you buy on there. It'd actually be a really great way to support the channel and help me do this full-time, which would be pretty cool. Everyone is saying it, and it annoys me. I'm not even a Bucs fan. How could these people doubt Brady? I feel you, Josh. I prefer Stearns and Tompkins over Scotty and Darden. I feel you, Eater. Maybe the Bucs coaching staff feels the same way about that. You know, who knows? What's going on, Funky? Good to see you. Rhett's here as well. Good job covering up that bed, pal. I'm not your pal. I'm not your pal, Rhett. I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, we covered up the bed. What's going on, Lester? Straight from the Bahamas. I'm giving Dart another year before I have a firm opinion on him. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to give young guys time. Let's see. Hope Brady and starters troll the NFL, play the whole game, and run up the score. That'd be pretty funny, Megalodon. Who makes the team, Stearns or Tompkins? Possibly neither. Possibly neither. But at this point, if I had to pick one guy or the other, it'd probably be Tompkins at this point, who's done more. Yeah, well, I'm not answering that, Christopher. They have good products. They have good products. They have good products. I think that, Christopher, I would say that Manscaped has good products, for sure. Lester Dean, I need the play-by-play. We got you. White or Vaughn first? I would say it's probably Vaughn first. Probably. What's going on, Christopher Wilkins? Good to see you. Rob Gronk would return. That'd be crazy if true. Yeah, no, Hoodie's not on. We're good. We're good. We already got more spam in here, folks. It's okay. Guess what? We get rid of the spam. What do I think the Bucs could get out of a trade for Scotty Miller? A 6th or 7th rounder? I would say, yeah, probably that. Probably like a 7th rounder. Yeah, Rhett. I would say personally. I mean, I love a few of their products that they have. I think they got cool stuff. No, you're good, Christopher. No worries, man. Philadelphia versus Miami on TV here. There you go. Vernon, thank you for the $10 super chat saying keep up the great job. Love the channel. Thank you, Vernon. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for that $10 super chat, my man. when you get spam, right, Rawl? 2024 7th? Yeah, I mean, who knows? Will Jensen come back later in the season? It's possible, Joshua, but I wouldn't count on it, right? I wouldn't count on it. I imagine it's probably a very similar situation to, like, Vita Vea during the Super Bowl season. If he does come back, maybe it's late in the playoffs, but that's kind of the best thing there. Excited to see how this O-line does in the first quarter, for sure. Let's see. Seriously, does anyone know how to actually watch the game? It seems to be the only NFL Plus isn't streaming. I thought the Buccaneers.com had it, but I'm not too sure, Brandon. The injury to Jensen is a knee injury, I believe. So that's kind of the injury he's been dealing with. What are the starting wide receivers tonight? Evans, Julio, Gage, or Gage's hammy still a problem? Yeah, Chris, Gage isn't playing in this game, so it'll be Evans, Jones, and I assume Tyler Johnson, maybe Brashad Perriman. What's going on, Wayne? Michael says, everyone, please don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, folks, thank you, by the way, for getting it to 75 likes. If we could get it to 100, that'd be huge. And if you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe if you enjoy this stuff. I'm going to be going live every single game this year. What happened to Gage? He's just still precautionary stuff with his hamstring injury. That's kind of the situation going on with that. What's going on, Kane? Good to see you. Gordon, do I think Scotty Miller will make the roster? I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to say probably not at this rate. Probably not at this rate. He shouldn't come back this year. That's a $30 million investment. It's facts. The game has not started yet. No, it starts in 9 minutes. The Gage will be ready week 1. What's going on, Wayne? Good to see you. Bucs need a new conditioning coach ASAP. Hey, man. Brandon, you know this too, man. That Florida Heat will get you down. That Florida Heat will get you down. Wish we still had Alex Kappa. I'm sure they have Shaq Mason, to be fair. So, I mean, that's at right guard. I think what you meant to say was you wish we still had Ali Marpet. It's possible, but if he doesn't get separation, and then I don't know. Gadeke's former teammate, the left tackle at Central Michigan, would probably have made more of a sense for a left guard. I feel you, Adir. Honestly, I think Scotty stays because of Tom. I don't know, Nicholas. I don't know, man. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but it's just such a deep level of competition right now. Willie said it on there, too. Right now, Wayne, the tight end number 2 is Kyle Rudolph. That is your tight end number 2 right now. What are the chances both Gronk and Edelman join Tampa in a few months? I would say very slim. Very slim. Who's better, Scotty Miller or Tyler Johnson? I would say Tyler Johnson. I would say Tyler Johnson right now. But James, Tom gave him a nickname. He's going to stay. LOL. There you go. Yeah, well, hey, it happens, man. Tom gives a nickname to everybody, by the way. Tom gives a nickname to so many people. I mean, man, oh, man. Let's see here. Honestly, non-biased opinion, who do you think will really win this game? Non-biased opinion, I mean, I can't really tell you necessarily because it's going to be a lot of backups. Perriman has been looking good. Yeah, well, I mean, Perriman's been hurt. That's been a big thing. Perriman has been hurt a good amount, so that's an important thing to make a note of there as well. Worried about week 1, how are we going to keep Tom clean? Seriously worried about the O-line? I don't blame you, but the Buccaneers do like Robert Hainesy. They do like what's going on at left guard, so those are 2 very important things to consider there as well. What's going on, Amazement? Perriman could be cut again, yeah, for sure. He's had the unfortunate circumstance of being out due to injuries, so that's been the main concern there. I haven't necessarily seen a huge jump with Darden yet, Rawl, but I feel like that, again, I still say that the coaching staff would probably prefer to keep him over a guy like Scotty Miller at this point. Yeah, Brandon, I was a little surprised, but it was with an injury designation, so he did revert to the injured reserve. They'll probably reach some type of injury settlement with him. Thank you, by the way, guys, for 100 likes. That is greatly appreciated. Keanu Neal's injury is more precautionary, I believe. Chris. I don't think it is anything super, super serious. Gordon, are you down for the idea of trading Isaiah Wynn to play left guard? So I saw people talking about this. I didn't make a mention of it or make a video about it because, quite frankly, Isaiah Wynn hasn't played left guard, and it'd be really tough, like 2 weeks before the season, to trade for a guy and then just say, okay, play left guard, let's go. I think the Buccaneers would be better off with Luke Gedeke and Nick Leverett at that position right now. But if they would have done it like earlier in the offseason, yeah, that would have been a possibility, but I think it's too late at this point. I guess it's safe to say we got one of the best punters in the draft. Yeah, I mean, I think Jake Camarda is a very good punter. Jameis kind of looks sharp. You a little worried about New Orleans? Yeah, Roll, I've talked about this in separate videos. Or separate live streams, I guess I should say. New Orleans, I think, is going to be better than a lot of people think. Like, they're a playoff team. I think they're one of the top 5 teams in the NFC right now, for sure. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say at all. They may give the Bucs a legitimate run for the division. That's not a crazy thing. But we'll see at the end of the day. We'll see. Camarda had a bad first preseason game, Brandon. I will agree with you on that. A really bad first preseason game. But in preseason game number 2, I thought he did a lot better. And guess what we do, folks? We get rid of the spam. We get rid of it. Spam no more. We get you out of here. Sayonara. You're not a part of this. If we trade for Wynn, we could extend him to save money. That is true. But again, you don't want to bring in a guy 2 weeks before the season starts and says, hey, left guard. J.C. Treader is retired. I talked about that on the community tab. He's no longer an option for the Bucs. Wayne, you ask a really good question here. Is Genard Avery going to make the 53-man roster? Seems like the expectation is yes. I mean, the Buccaneers media has been talking about Genard Avery in a way that already includes him on the 53-man roster, essentially. And then, in the case of Steelers media, I noticed whenever I was doing research on Genard Avery, they were all pretty surprised that Genard Avery was cut by the Steelers. So, I think it's safe to say that, yeah, that's a pretty strong possibility there, that he is going to make the 53. Yes, Brandon, so hiding a user from the channel does get rid of them for good, essentially. So, James, let's see. Hold on one second. No one signed J.C. Treader because he's the president of the Players Association. Carlton Davis taking the step next year. I mean, Carlton Davis is already my hashtag #1 corner. I think he's a top half cornerback in the league. It's just a matter of getting interceptions. Let's see. The other team, let's see. Oh, James, thoughts on the Aaron Donald fight with the Bengals? Should he get suspended? What are your thoughts? If you guys want me to be completely honest, I'm not a big fan of Aaron Donald. I really don't like Aaron Donald. To me, and you guys can take this for what you will, to me, Aaron Donald comes off as a bully. I mean, just a guy who likes to strong-arm people around because he feels like he can get away with it. That's what I think about Aaron Donald. And, I'm not going to really back down from that. That's what I think from him. I think he's a little bit immature. A guy who thinks he's all that and likes to strong-arm people around and bully people, and he is the best defensive player in the league, no doubt about that. I can't deny that, but that's just my thoughts on him. But I've never met him personally, so I have no idea. That's just my perception of him based on what I see. He won't get suspended because the NFL doesn't have jurisdiction in training camp. Donald is a baby. If Scotty Miller is cut by the Buccaneers, he will prove himself with another team. Yeah, Malcolm, I think that's a fair assessment to make. I think that Scotty Miller is a guy who could really go to a different team and show some really good progress and be able to play really well. These fights happen all the time in the preseason. Two teams practicing against each other. Well, I mean, man, Brandon, I do agree that fights happen a lot, but Aaron Donald double clutching helmets, that's tough, man. Like that goes beyond. That goes beyond, just a normal fight. Like, you're trying to hurt people. You're you're using weapons. You're trying to hurt people. Point blank, simple as that, So that's where it goes over the line for me. But I'm not surprised because I just explained what I think about Aaron Donald. Alex Leatherwood, man, Willie will testify to this. I'll let Willie Gordon. I like that question. I love Alex Leatherwood. I think he has, still potential as a offensive lineman in the league. But Willie Beeman was a big Alex Leatherwood guy. What's going on, Cam? Good to see you. Have more players been injured this preseason than any other preseason recently? It's got to be a record preseason for injuries on this team. No, Brandon, I think it is pretty standard in terms of the injuries. It happens to so many different types of teams. It really does. Cam, happy birthday to your son. Anyway, back to Scotty. I don't think we should cut him. I think we should keep him. Amazement, how many snaps for the starters? Probably like 2 series worth if I had to guess. I'd say probably 2 series worth. Hold on, folks. Man, oh man. What's going on, Christopher? Hello from the Winn-Dixie Liquor Store. There you go. Let's see. Man, oh man. Scotty needs a good game today? Yeah, I mean, is it already set in stone that Scotty isn't going to make the roster? I don't know. Game is coming on, by the way, folks. We've got 337 people in here. If you guys are new, hey, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are enjoying the live stream, go ahead and hit the like button, folks. I would appreciate that as well. Can we get it to 175 likes for the start of the game, folks? We don't have many burners. I mean, Godwin's got wheels. Jones has got some wheels. Julian Edelman will be here by October. Mike, that'd be something. Maybe he'll just be here visiting. They're showing Evans and Julio Jones on the TV screen, by the way. O-line waiver heavy, or waiver wire heavy, come Tuesday. Yeah, Covenant Man, that's a good point to make. Just because the initial 53-man roster is going to happen doesn't mean guys are going to fully sit, or fully stay on the roster. Gage is a burner as well, Brandon. I agree with that. Albert, 1:30 a.m. in the Czech Republic. Good Lord, my man. Are you staying up for the whole game? Grayson was a burner, but he got cut. How many times will Rondé Barber laugh during the podcast, Michael? If this was a drinking game, I'd be dead. That's my answer to that question. I was a big Alex Leatherwood guy, so he stunk it up at tackle at the Senior Bowl. Solid guard in the league, possibly. Hey, Bucs. I'm kidding. Yeah, Tom, he didn't get claimed, so he did revert to the IR. He will probably get some type of injury settlement, and then we'll see. But there's going to be a couple of week period there. I believe Marcus Cannon retired, Sims. I believe he retired. Julio Jones is playing, by the way. Yes, he is. Yes, if Scotty Miller does get waived, he will get picked up. That's why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may trade him. Man, oh man. We have 3 possession receivers. We keep Perriman. Miami looks good. They're beating the Eagles 10-0. There you go. Man, oh man. Well, again, folks, you got to remember, too, Brandon, to your point, if Tom Brady throws a pick, it's preseason. I don't mind. It is what it is. Devin White definitely needs to be better this year. He had somewhat of a down year last year for his standards. Yeah, Brandon, I think I would agree with that, especially in terms of pass rushing. He's got to hit home more. He's got to wrap up more for sure. For sure. Yes, Trap. Tom Brady is playing. NFL app has the game apparently as well. If you guys do want to go ahead and watch it on there, you guys can watch it on there. Toku, what's going on? Have you ever thought about going on TV, doing live football games? You have a great broadcasting voice. Thank you, Chris. Not for a lack of effort, man. I reach out. If you know anybody, Chris, recommend me. That's my that's my answer to that. If anybody knows anybody, hey, have them send me an email, MrBucsNation@gmail.com. I'd be happy to go on. Saying it now, think Scotty Miller will have a breakout year. Well, JT might have a breakout year, might just be with somebody else. Tryon gets 8 sacks this year, I'd be ecstatic. Yeah, you know, I think that's probably the expectation for Tryon, JTS. I think that is the expectation for now. He'd become the best linebacker in the NFL, in my opinion. He has that kind of potential. I agree 100%, Brandon. I agree 100%. I really do think that Devin White does have that ability. He's just got to put it all together. Brady's absence and how he's not committed was overblown to me. I agree with that. The guy's earned some time off. It's Tom Brady, for goodness sakes, you know? I think that him taking 11 days off isn't too bad. Kickoff was supposed to be at 7:30, but they ain't kicking it off yet. Maybe they're taking a little bit of time. I do play fantasy football, yes. I have a question. Will the Bucs play in the pewter orange this year? Are you talking about the creamsicles? The answer to that is no, unfortunately. I think our first big trade will be for a lineman, maybe a center. I don't know about that, Mike. I mean, they already did make a big trade for an offensive lineman this year with Shaq Mason, technically, but I hear you. Let's see. Scotty Miller breaks tackles. Maybe being a little bigger would help for sure. Again, Chris, to answer your question, hey, if you know anybody, have them reach out. That's my answer to that. We need better tackle depth behind Wirfs. Next year for Bucko Brews, Finns might give Buffalo a run for their money. Possible, Eric. You can't count out the Patriots as well. They're still a very solid team. The 85 Bears, let's see. Do I think Miller might stay because last year he did well on kick and punt return teams? You know, Jonathan, I just don't know, man. I don't know. I think Miller has to have a good game today, and then we'll see what happens. JC Cheddar has retired, yes. I'm watching this on WFLA. Spoilers watching you in the game, so I'll check in with you later. Right on, Nicholas. I'll see you later, my man. Go Bucs. Treader did retire, yes. Treader did retire. Oop. Hold on, folks. I'm going to tweet out. There we go. And then... Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure the stream gets out to everybody on social media and whatnot, but we are about to kick off, folks, so get ready for that. Special teams has not been great. Kicking game's been good, but all in all, the kicking game has been good, but punt coverage team, kickoff coverage team, still not good. Still not good. Not good. Looks like the Buccaneers will receive the kickoff to start the game. So we'll have to wait and see about that. Jensen is out for a while, yes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this kicked off. Let's see what happens. Tom Brady's getting ready. Who is back there to return the kick? It is Rachaad White. Let me pull up ESPN as well just so we can have the yard line and everything. And we are live, folks. Rachaad White is going to return the kick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's going to take it along the right side. Could have bounced it over to the left. But he is brought down around the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 22-23 yard line. And Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming out onto the field, folks. Get ready for it because it is happening. Let's see what happens here. Tom Brady is here. He's ready to throw the football as a Colts player is down on the field. So not ready quite yet, but we'll see what happens here. OBJ instead of O-line. Do you think Brady and Lefty handling the offense with little Bulls input? Yeah, Kane. I think that's probably a very solid guess as to what's going on there, for sure. Russell Gage, is he that good in the slot? Yeah. I mean, Russell Gage is a very good wide receiver. I think he could have a breakout year this year, possibly even get 1,000 yards. We'll have to wait and see, but I think Gage is good. I think Gage is a very good, very, very good receiver. Absolutely. We should have used 4 wide receiver set formation all game long. White doing kickoff returns. Yep. Two things about the Buccaneers I don't like: their special teams and the secondary. I'll take the secondary over the special teams. Hey, let me ask you guys this. Rachaad White doing kickoff returns. Is that an indication that maybe the Buccaneers might consider also getting rid of Jalen Darden, potentially trading him? I don't know. Gage, I liked him when they played against Tampa, for sure. Looking forward to Rudolph and Brady connecting tonight. See if they're gelling or not, for sure. Kendrick, I'm on local channel 8 WFLA. Should we just not expect the running game this season? No, Thomas. I believe you actually should expect more of it. I think that's the expectation now. Is get a little bit more of the running game in there, balancing out the offense. Mike Evans, what a dude. Already an injured Colts player, that's true. Come on, Buccaneers, I hope not. Almost got 500 people in here, by the way, folks. Thank you guys so much for that. Starting offensive line tonight, Donovan Smith, Luke Gedeke, Robert Hainesy, Shaq Mason, and Josh Wells, because Wirfs is being held out. Armani Watts is down on the field, by the way, for the Colts. Let's see here. White on the kickoff. White on kick returns is a good call. They're showing the guys in the Tom Brady jerseys as Armani Watts is carted off the field. When do I think Wirfs will be back? I believe he will be ready for week number 1. Man, oh man. Tom Brady in the shotgun. Leonard Fournette next to him. We are good, folks. We're live. Tom Brady hands it off to Leonard Fournette. Moves up the left side. Is bowling ahead. Leonard Fournette with the sauce on that run. Jeez Louise. A very solid run there by Fournette. 13-yard run. Cross and Blackman on the tackle. 13-yard run by Fournette. First down Tampa Bay at their own 35-yard line. Brady, 1st and 10. He's going to throw. Looking. Checks it down to Tyler Johnson, who just straight up drops it. And Brady's already jawing at Tyler Johnson after that drop. Not a great look for TJ. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Buccaneers, 35-yard line. Brady in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Brady, he is going to throw. Looking. Throws, incomplete, intended for Mike Evans. A flag was thrown. Looks like they're going to get the Colts on defensive pass interference, possibly. On Stephon Gilmore. I forgot he was an Indianapolis Colt. There you go. Look at that. That is crazy. But there you have it. Man, oh man. Let's see. Now we're going to get an automatic first down at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 44-yard line. Tom Brady under center, a running back in the backfield. Handoff goes to Fournette. He is swallowed up, but still fights ahead. Still fights ahead there. Not bad at all from Tom Brady, or from Leonard Fournette, rather. That is going to be a run there. Alrighty. Tom Brady, 2nd and 10. He's going to throw. Looking downfield. Intended for Mike Evans. Stephon Gilmore in coverage. It falls to incomplete. Alrighty. Just a little overthrown, a little bit. It's going to be 3rd and 10 at the Buccaneers 44-yard line. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Get those throws out of the way in the preseason. Brady in the shotgun. Leonard Fournette next to him. 600 people in here watching, by the way. There you go. We like to see that. Brady, he's going to throw on 3rd and 10. Looking. Pocket was collapsing. Throws it downfield. Caught by Cam Brate for a few yards there, but it falls incomplete. It falls complete, but falls short of the first down marker. Tampa Bay Buccaneers will have to punt. Maybe they'll go for it. We'll see. 4th and 3 at the Colts 49-yard line. Will they stay out there on the field? They will. Tom Brady in the shotgun. Brady, he's going to throw on 4th down. It's a short throw. Caught by Tyler Johnson. First down, Tampa Bay. Very good throw there. Tom Brady now, 1st and 10. Fournette next to him. Brady, he is going to throw. Looking, he's got time. Looks downfield. Caught by Julio Jones all the way down. That's a 10-yard gain by Tyler Johnson, by the way. Julio Jones secures a 20-yard pass down to the Colts' 19-yard line. Buccaneers offense is moving, folks. Let me see if I can get the lights to work one moment. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the Colts 19. Brady, he's going to throw. It's a quick swing out pass to Jalen Darden, and the ball is down, but it looks like Darden was down on the play. We got the red zone light, folks. Don't worry. We've got him. We've got him. Man, oh man. 2nd down and 8 now for the Bucs from the Colts 17-yard line after that 2-yard pass from Tom Brady to Jalen Darden. It looks like there's going to be a timeout taken, something along those lines. There's a little bit of confusion here. What are we talking about? Second down and 10 at the Colts 17-yard line. Brady, he's going to throw. Looking, swings it out to Leonard Fournette, who falls down and is swallowed up by 4 Colts defenders. That will bring up a 3rd down now for the Bucs. Third down and 6 from the Colts 15-yard line. Tom Brady in the shotgun, Fournette next to him. Let's see what happens here. 650 people in here, by the way. Thank you guys so much for that. Brady, what is he going to do here on 3rd down? He's going to throw. It is a swing out pass to Cam Brady. He's got some blockers, but it falls short of the first down marker again. It is another 4th down for the Bucs. Do they stay out there? Brandon says go for it. It looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit out onto the field. Brady leads the team to a field goal on their first drive. Not a bad job from TB12. Ryan Suckup out there to make the kick, by the way. I think that the theory that I had in the last stream is holding true to a certain degree, that they are potentially hiding Jose Borregales by not having him kick. Possibly. We'll see. But here comes the field goal from Ryan Suckup. Kick is up, and the kick is good. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers got on the board first. Tom Brady and company, they're doing some pretty good stuff. I think Tom Brady is ready to go. No turnovers. That was good. Yeah, hey, not a bad drive. We got a 20-yard catch from Julio Jones. Got a big catch. We got a pass interference call from Mike Evans. Everything's right in the world, man. Everything's right in the world. Exactly as it should be, right? Not a bad drive at all. Tom Brady on that drive. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull up the box score. 6 of 8 for 44 yards. That's not bad. That's not bad. Julio Jones, 20-yard reception. Tyler Johnson, 10 yards. Cam Brate had 10 yards during that drive as well. Mike Evans also had a pass interference call. Pretty good. Getting the ball to everyone. It's probably it for Brady. I'd say they're probably going to give him one more drive, if I had to guess. Bad PI call, got to admit, says Nav. I mean, we take what we can get. Tyler should have had 2 catches already. That's facts, Nathaniel. He did have a very bad drop, but he did make up for it by a big first down grab. What's going on, Chris? Glad to see you. Tyler Johnson needs to show some effort in blocking. Give him one more drive. Dude needs a TD. I have a good feeling about today, says Evan. There you go. I think he'll get one more. Personally, Brandon, I think he'll get one more. It's possible they don't. I could be wrong. It's possible that, but I do believe they might give him one more drive there. Lenny looks good. I want to see number 90. Hey, bro, it's Justin from training camp. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, bro. Hope you have been doing well. Better blocker else. Probably a touchdown for Brait. I feel you on that, Amazement. No risk it, no biscuit. Not a bad first drive. No, not a bad first drive at all. Benjamin, your messages are coming through, by the way. Brady plays the first... No, Brady does not play the half. That'd be crazy. Protection was not bad. No, protection wasn't bad at all for Brady there. I thought they need to use KO. Oh, Keefe? Keefe. I thought you said KD as in Kevin Durant, Jeff. I was like, yo, KD is fullback? I mean, the dude's going to get snapped. The camo hat, Brandon, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't love the hat. I don't love the hat. Can't wait to see the offense full strength. Gage and Godwin, that's facts. Here comes the kickoff, by the way. Pretty good first drive, though. Not bad. Will not be returned by the Colts player, by the way. So Matt Ryan in the Indianapolis Colts will come out onto the field. Brady and Matt Ryan are very familiar with one another. You all know why. Bucs have 3 crazy good wide receivers right now, right? Yes, absolutely. I think Brady gets one more drive. I agree with that. Light has had some great picks, but he just has had some great picks, but he just bombs on some others. It's fair. So, from the Colts' 25-yard line, Matt Ryan in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Wide receiver in motion for the Colts. Ryan, shotgun, running back next to him. He is going to throw on first down. Looking, throws, checks it down to the running back. That is Jackson on the reception. Deion Jackson on the reception there for 4 yards. It's going to be second down and 6 from the Colts' 29-yard line. Matt Ryan. Let's see what happens here. Ryan in the shotgun. Running back next to him, a wide receiver in motion. Ryan is going to throw. Matt Ryan's going to run with it. Ryan with a little bit of the scramble. Sean Murphy Bunting gets credited for the tackle. Matt Ryan deceptively mobile, I guess is a word. Matt Ryan's going crazy with the scramble, dude. No pressure there. Ryan saw the open lane right in the middle of the field. Biggs says there was a holding, but it does not get called. That is an 11-yard scramble for Matt Ryan down to the Colts' 40-yard line. Now Ryan is under center. Running back in the backfield. Handoff goes to the Colts running back. Swallowed up. Behind the line of scrimmage, Shaq Barrett was there. Mike Edwards was there as well. Matt Ryan looking over at Julio like a sad ex-boyfriend. Oh, my. Oh, my, oh, my. The depleted offensive line is just hype. They'll be fine. Even Ryan run on the Bucs offense. LOL. Yeah, Deion Jackson with a 0-yard gain on the run. Devin White, Mike Edwards, Shaq Barrett all there. Ryan in the shotgun. Running back next to him, it's Jackson. Matt Ryan, he is going to throw. Looking. He's going to scramble around, but Matt Ryan gets sacked. It is Lavonte David with the sack on the play. Guess what we say to... Oh, wait. Whoa. There we go. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Sack by Lavonte David. It looked like Akeem Hicks was beating the double team, too. Lavante's still got it. It is going to be 3rd and 17 at the Colts' 33-yard line. Ryan in the shotgun, running back next to him. What are they going to do? It is going to be a screen for number 11. That's Michael Pittman Jr., who gets spun down by, I believe that was Shaq Barrett. And the Indianapolis Colts will be forced to punt on 4th and 9. Great drive by the defense as well for the starting defense. Very, very good. You also got to keep in mind, though, the Colts do not have Hines or Or, oh my gosh, how do I wanted to say Fred Jackson. His name's not Fred Jackson. Star running back for the Colts. Someone near him, I can't believe I'm blanking. But here comes the punt from the Colts, by the way. And that will be fair caught by Jalen Darden. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense will come back out onto the field. Jonathan Taylor. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. Alrighty. Somebody said Brady's done. Jonathan Taylor. No more Brady. Okay, well, Brady's done for the day, apparently. Tom Brady done for the day. How many drives did Tom play? 1, but it got him a field goal. We will take the field goal. Was Blaine Gabbert coming back out on the field? I believe that's probably the expectation. What's up from Tallahassee? I think the drive went bad. If the drive went bad, he would have came back out. Possibly. Got 730 people in here, by the way. Thank you guys so much for that. Hey, if you are new, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're enjoying some Buccaneers football, go ahead and hit the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. We got 700 people in here. Can we get it up to 300 likes? That'd be cool. That was a very good punt by the Colts' new kicker, who was the Matt Hack was the man on the punt. Down to the Buccaneers' 10-yard line. That's a very good point there, Malcolm. Yeah, it was a scoring drive. Why is he done for the night? I think they showed enough on offense, man. They marched right down the field pretty much. SMB is above Dean on the depth chart, though. Don't want to risk unnecessary injury. FSU looking way better this year, finally. About time. I noticed they had double-teamed him along David to run free for the middle. Keem, that's a good point. And Hicks was beating the double team, too, which was even crazier. Leonard Fournette may still be in. We'll see. We'll see which starters are out there whenever we come back. I know, Brandon, right? The gift of Gabbert. Enough of the gift of Gabbert. Play Trask. But we like the gift of Gabbert out here. We like the gift of Gabbert, man. It's good stuff. Yeah, Blaine Gabbert's going to be in then. Blaine Gabbert's going to be in. Does Godwin, hold on 1 second. What's going on, Dusted? Why did the Bucs release Cyril Grayson? He was hurt. Also, just a really deep wide receiver room. Can't have 10 wide receivers. I mean, I would love it, but can't, unfortunately. I say play Brady another series. Unfortunately, that will not happen. And apparently, it's not just Brady. It looks like a lot of the offensive starters have come off the field. Brady is not hurt. It just looks like he's done for the night. Gabbert under center at the Bucs 10-yard line. Handoff goes to Rachaad White, I believe that is. 28? Or 29. Yeah, that is Rachaad White. He goes absolutely nowhere. And that's going to be a loss of a few yards there. That's going to be a loss of 5 down to the Buccaneers' 5-yard line. I know Ryan is sick of, let's see, Tom looked great. The offense looked solid. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Gabbert under center, Rachaad White in the backfield, Cade Otton in motion for the Bucs. Let's see what happens here. Gabbert, he is going to hand it off again to Rachaad White. The backup offensive line cannot run block worth anything right now. My goodness, they are getting swarmed by the Colts right now. Absolutely swarmed. I guess the Colts still have some of their starting defenders out there as well, so that's not going great. That's not going great at all. What's going on, Donnie? Good to see you. It's going to be 3rd and 17 for the Bucs now from their own 3-yard line. Do you hand it off again at this rate? At this rate, you're risking a safety. My goodness. 3rd and 17. 6 minutes left here in the first quarter, folks. Let's see what happens here. Blaine Gabbert hands it off. Rachaad White. Jeez Louise, man. This is the Colts starting defense, by the way, against the Buccaneers' backup offensive line, and good Lord Almighty, it shows. Jesus. That didn't go well at all. Yeah, that the offensive play calling was not great. Good Lord Almighty. We will see a punt from Jake Camarda now. Brady was done because essentially he did what he needed to do. He got the team down the field, got him a score. And that was pretty much it. Squared Away, thank you for the $2 super chat saying, why play Gabbert if Trask is the succession plan? They want to see what they have from their backup quarterbacks, both in Gabbert and in Trask. Here comes the return by the Colts player, by the way. Not a great return. Not a great return. Yeah, not great. Rachaad White, poor Rachaad White. He was getting blown up. He was getting blown up. Julio Jones is done for the day. It looks like most of the starters are done for the day, by the way. Let's see. Poor White. Good punt, though. Hey, not a bad punt. Not a bad punt at all. We were just talking about this guy. Man, oh man. Gabbert has looked way better than Trask. I wouldn't say way better, but he has looked better, in my opinion. Man, oh man. Camarda punts like 50, as I said. Took the right punter. Game means nothing. Just stay healthy, boys. That's facts. Gotta stay healthy. Well, I mean, the game does mean something. You want to see how good your depth is and whatnot. But, yeah, just stay healthy. Just stay healthy. That's the big thing we want to see, folks. That's the big thing we want to see. But let's see. Let's see. David, I agree. 63 yards on that punt. Not a bad punt by Camarda. Our O-line depth looks horrible. Yeah, and didn't look great there, but to be fair, that is against the... That is against the starters there. That is against the starters there for the Colts. So it is what it is. It is what it is. As we do come back into the game now, 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. At the Colts' 44-yard line, they will have the ball. Is the starting defense still out there? Some of the starters are still out. They got Nolan Turner out there with the star. Hell yeah, Nolan Turner. That is what's up. That is what's up. Man, oh man. First down, handoff goes to the Colts. Running back swallowed up in the backfield by Vita Vea. Only gain of a couple of yards there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Turner's looking good. I like Nolan Turner, you know? I like Nolan Turner a lot. Let's see here. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Running back in the backfield. Ooh, off the hands of the running back. And Levante David. Gets is there to there we go. Hold on, folks. Alrighty. Levante David for career year. It's possible, man. Hey, Levante David put in that work. We have now got a 3rd and 8 from the Colts 48-yard line. Matt Ryan is going to throw. Cornerback blitz by Sean Murphy Bunting. Matt Ryan throws it down, and Carlton Davis in coverage of the Colts player. Falls incomplete. Second punt. Second punt for the Colts. I'm just saying. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Gabbert's preseason passer rating is 128. LMAO. Oh, my bad. Trash. Ah, Brandon, come on now. Here comes the punt from the Colts, by the way. Nice punt. Jesus Christ. Matt Hack is about that life. Here's another fair catch from Jalen Darden. Guys, what do we do to spam? We take it down. Defense going to be hell's bells. I mean, hey, defense just had 2 great drives in a row, man. That was good stuff. That was good stuff. Let's see. Gabbert's in at quarterback yet again. We'll see what the gift has. Defense doing a fantastic job, though. Gabbert going to hand it off. Everyone knows. Well, Brady taking the pads off. Yeah, folks, he's done. Him and Mike Evans just vibing. Gabbert under center at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 9-yard line. Ooh, and a player jumps. Nick Leverett gets killed on the play. Nick Leverett signaling for a first down. Please don't do that. You're going to get offsetting penalties. What are Tom and Starter? What are they? Well, not quitting already. They got the 3 points. They got the field goal. They got the scoring drive. Hey, that's good enough. Looks like it was a false start, actually, by Leverett. Is that what they called it? They called Tyler Johnson for a false start. Okay, 1st and 14 now from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-yard line. Gabbert under center. Hands it off to Rachaad White, who has a little bit of room. He'll get a couple of yards there. Tom did great. Just to go over his stats, 6 of 8 for 44 yards. Julio Jones had a 20-yard catch. TJ, Tyler Johnson, 10 yards. Cam Brate had 10 yards. It was a good time. It was a good time. I think they did exactly what they needed to do. 2nd down and 12 now for the Bucs after the 2-yard run by Rachaad White. Gabbert in the shotgun, running back next to him. Gabbert, he's going to throw. Checks it down. That is number 88, Cade Otton, who gets a handful of yards there. That'll bring up 3rd down. What's going on, Pale? How you doing? That is going to be a completion there for Blaine Gabbert to Cade Otton for 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5 from the Buccaneers' 14-yard line. What can Gabbert and the backups do here on 3rd down? Let's see. Gabbert in the shotgun all by himself, by the way, on 3rd and 5. Let's see what happens here. Thank you guys, by the way, for 275 likes. Greatly appreciated. If you are new, go ahead and subscribe. Gabbert, he is going to throw. It is a quick throw that is dropped by Cade Otton. Just a point-blank drop by the rookie. And that'll be yet another punt for the Bucs backup unit. Not great. Not great. Gabbert's doing his best, man. Gabbert is doing his best. That was Cade Otton with the drop. 2nd drop of the night. Tyler Johnson had 1. Cade Otton has the other. Sad face. Here comes the punt from Jake Camarda. He punts the football. Here comes the return from the Colts. And that is a very solid tackle there by number 53, KJ Britt, making the tackle on the play. We'll see who else they had in on that tackle. There's Jake Camarda, by the way. But KJ Britt is KJ Britt got the tackle. They're showing Jake Camarda's 40 time. 1st and 10 for the Colts from the Buccaneers 48-yard line. Squared away. Thank you for the other $2 super chat. If Scoot doesn't get a target, he may get cut. I mean, I think he's going to get cut possibly regardless, but, you know, hey. The rookie should have had that. That's facts. Matt Ryan's still out there, by the way, folks. It's play action. It is a screen for the Colts, and it works very well here all the way down to the Buccaneers, about 25-yard line. They are going up against a lot, and I mean a lot of the Buccaneers backups now. Thank you, Pale. Appreciate that. And there is the screen that worked out very well. Number 39 couldn't make the tackle, unfortunately. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. Michael Pittman Jr. in motion. Matt Ryan's going to throw. Swing out pass to Pittman Jr. Tackled down by Jamel Dean. So some of the starters are still out there a little bit. There's Greg. Good. Give the twos a chance. There you go. Minute 40 left here in the first quarter. And then we'll be moving on to the second quarter very shortly. All right. Matt Ryan in the shotgun. A running back next to him. See what happens here. Ryan, play action. He's going to throw. Looking, chucks it downfield. And that is caught. Nolan Turner was going to make a play on it. But he's going to be down at the 1. Nolan Turner helped save a touchdown there. All the way down to the Buccaneers' 1-yard line. That is a 17-yard completion to Michael Pittman. I thought somebody was going to have a pick there. I thought D. Delaney might have made a play there, but I guess not. 600, over 600 people in here, by the way. Thank you guys so much for that. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Matt Ryan under center, running back in the backfield. Pittman in motion. Handoff goes to the running back, and does he get it? Olakunle Farukasi was there for the tackle. I believe they're going to say that he was down. Or they're going to have a little bit of a conversation here. Will they give him the touchdown? We'll see. Oh, they do give him the touchdown, rather. My apologies. So they do go ahead and give the Colts running back a touchdown there. Olakunle Farukasi. He's not able to make the tackle in time, and that is a touchdown for the Colts. To be fair, folks, no, they didn't give him the touchdown. Sorry. I blame the scoreboard. Matt Ryan under center, running back in the backfield. Good tackle by Olakunle Farukasi. Handoff goes to the running back. This time he is in. Touchdown, Indianapolis Colts. It is now 7-3 in favor of the Colts. I don't know why they're having a conversation about it, but I think that was a touchdown. They're talking about it. Starters are in there. Well, the Colts starters for the most. There's a good amount of Colts starters in there. Prior to the snap, Indianapolis had a ruling on the field short of the goal. Did they do it again? Disregard the last play? Okay, well, never mind. We're still just going to have it be 7-3, okay? Because I'm sick. I'm not changing it back. I'm not doing it. He scored, move on. Yeah, like, why are we doing this, man? Why are we doing this? Just give him the score. We need to see more of Blaine Gabbert. Yeah, I mean, I think he scored. They're really going to review it. I mean, hey, good tackle by Olakunle Farukasi. Good tackle, but, I mean, you know. Farukasi's been good. Farukasi's been good. Let's see. Oh, no, he didn't score. Looks like he didn't score, actually, matter of fact. I don't think he did, actually. Yeah, the elbow was down. Looks like he didn't score. Not bad. What's going on, Miles? Good to see you again, by the way. Hope you are doing well. Farukasi wants that Roquan Smith money? Oh my gosh. Yes, Jeff, I do dislike saying his name as well. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it is what it is. How's the O-line doing? Backup O-line's terrible. Not doing great. They are very much not doing good. To be fair, they're going up against the Colts starters, but they're not doing great. They're not doing great. Man, oh man. All right, Matt Ryan, again, handoff. Colts running back. Is he in now? Are we done? Did we get it? Please? By the way, guys, while this is going on, after the game, I will actually be going live with Rhett of the Cannon Fire podcast, and you guys don't even have to go over to their channel. It will just redirect you after this live stream is done, so if you want to see my thoughts after the game, you're going to be directed already to the live stream I'm going to be a part of. Isn't that cool? Thank you, YouTube, for that feature. Pretty dope, in my opinion. We're at least going to be testing it out to see what happens, so. Hainesy's looked good. The starting offense, I thought, looked good. But after the first quarter, it's going to be 7-3 in favor of the Colts. But you also got to remember that most of the starters have been out for the Buccaneers already, so this was a lot of the starters for the Colts offense and defense, going against a lot of the backups for the Bucs defense and offense, so hey, it is what it is, man. Does anyone know? Let's see. Convenient. Yes, indeed. Convenient, Tristan. Not even Carlton Davis or the nice goal line stand attempt. Jones is going to be our best receiver. What's going on, Knights? Good to see you. 7-3 final score. Won't be terrible, just hard to stomach, but it is preseason. Oh, well. Now, Charles, I don't believe the score is going to stay 7-3. That'd be crazy if it did. That'd be crazy if it did. But we'll see what the Buccaneers' backup offense can do here on the field once we come back. I think the Bucs will light teams up in the regular season. It's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. This season comes down to the secondary. They will have to... I mean, yeah, it's a passing league nowadays, you know? For sure. For sure it is a passing league. All right, here comes the return from Jalen Darden, and not a great return from Darden. Not a great return. If you guys are GM, what are you addressing first? I mean, you really don't have time to really address much of anything this close before the season starts, but you know, I don't know. You probably add some O-line depth. Just Darden being Darden. Yeah, not a great return for Darden there. There's Russell Gage. Julio Jones talking to Tom Brady, by the way. Blaine Gabbert under center. Rachaad White in the backfield. Rashad Perriman in motion. Play action. Gabbert. He's going to throw it. He checks it down to Rachaad White, who, Jesus Christ, took a hit and a half. Good Lord Almighty. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Rachaad White has been getting the crap beaten out of him. Good Lord. Poor Rachaad White. He is getting killed out here. He gains, let's see if it'll show me. He gains 3 yards, and that's the end of the first quarter. Lord have mercy on Rachaad White. Everybody's really upset about Darden. It's an interesting situation right now, for sure. For sure, it is an interesting situation. Welcome to the NFL, White. Yeah, I know. That was a welcome to the NFL hit. Man, oh man. But a fine, I would say a fine first quarter there for the Bucs. Starting offense and starting defense did exactly what you wanted them to do. They went down the field. They scored on offense. On defense, they forced a punt. That was all you needed from the starters. You don't risk any injuries. Hey, they're probably good to go now. Cool. I probably would have given them both one more series of downs, but it is what it is. Yes, Brandon, I'm watching on Channel 8. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Malcolm watching from Ecuador. There you go. Yeah, people are not happy with Darden so far. Darden has been very... Look, I mean, he's been underwhelming as a returner. He has been. That's just the way it is. Didn't watch the other games till Tom came back. There you go, Pale. There you go. You know, going into the second quarter, I want to see... Geez, I want to see some better play from this backup offensive line. It has not been good. It has not been good. Impressed with what I saw pressure-wise? Yeah. I mean, you got a sack from Levante David. That was huge. And all in all, they did good. They did good. It is going to be the start of the second quarter now. Let's see what happens here for Blaine Gabbert and the backups. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 at the Buccaneers. 22-yard line, folks. We need to keep confidence at receiver. Screw Darden. They're using Rachaad White more as a returner. We'll see if that continues. What's going on, Joester? Good to see you. Let's see what happens here. Gabbert in the shotgun. Running back next to him, it is Rachaad White. Yes, it is Rachaad White. Gabbert in the shotgun. 2nd down. Gabbert. He's going to throw. Looking. Throws it downfield. Caught by Cade Otton. Big gain there for the rookie. All the way down to the 50-yard line. Huge gain there by the Bucs. And that is going to be a 1st down. Not bad. That is a 30-yard gain. Blaine Gabbert to Cade Otton down at the Colts' 48-yard line. Now, Gabbert under center. O'Keefe in the backfield. Rachaad White back there as well. Let's see what happens here. Gabbert hands it off. White's got a little bit more room to work with now. He's actually able to move up. What is happening with Darden? Just not been playing good. It is what it is. Alrighty. SMH says, Zach, about NFL Plus. I feel that. Gronk is really retired, yes. That was a 5-yard run for Rachaad White. 2nd down and 5 at the Colts' 43-yard line. Gabbert in the shotgun. White next to him. Gabbert hands it off to White again. He's got some blocking. O'Keefe is a good blocker. I will say that. O'Keefe is a very good blocker. Somebody did ask if Zion McCollum is playing. I should probably check that real quick. He is not. Zion McCollum is not playing tonight. Just to confirm that. No, Cade Otton's not on the cut list, folks. That's a 9-yard run for Rachaad White, by the way. 1st and 10 at the Colts' 34-yard line. Marcus, I like Sean Murphy-Bunting. I do. I think he's decent. Gabbert in the shotgun, running back next to him. It is going to be a screen for Jalen Darden now, who's going to make a move, get a handful of yards there. Darden makes a solid play. Score prediction, Evan? I don't know, man. I'm going to say, like, what, 24-21 in favor of the Bucs, I guess? 17-14 in favor of the Bucs? I don't know. That's going to be a 7-yard gain by Jalen Darden. 2nd down and 3 at the Colts' 27-yard line. Colts' second team is in now. That's good. You like to see that. That's a W. We take those. Gabbert in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Handoff goes to Keyshawn Vaughn, who hits a hole and does get taken down, but not before getting a big gain on the run there. Do you think we could use a fullback? I mean, they do use O'Keefe in that role, essentially, and he's doing pretty good. By the way, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the red zone. They're down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Let's see what happens here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are at the Colts' 13-yard line. They're in the red zone. Vaughn's been doing good running the ball through 2 games. 12 rushes, 76 yards. Not bad. That run was good for 14 yards. Gabbert under center on 1st and 10. Handoff does go to Vaughn. Got some good blocking. Doesn't get the touchdown. Vaughn upset about that one. Fred Johnson giving the young man some kudos there. Vaughn basically had a touchdown. And there was there's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer down on the field getting looked at by the trainers. We'll see who that is in a moment. It appears to be an offensive lineman, but they do not confirm who. Somebody said Hainesy. We'll see in a second. Hold on, folks. Hold on just a moment. Yeah, I mean, Hainesy looked good running the ball. Hainesy looked very good running the ball there. Let's see. I'm trying to see if anybody's got the guy. It was down to the Indianapolis Colts 2-yard line, by the way. It's an 11-yard run. Robert Hainesy was down on the field. Okay, so you guys were correct. It was Robert Hainesy. Oh, no. Not good. Not good. Somebody said, please fire the conditioning coaches. Somebody said, cut White. Now, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Robert Hainesy goes down with an injury. Not good. Not good. We'll see what the extent of the injury is here in a moment. Play is paused. I'm not seeing anything here. It just said the trainers were attending to him. We'll see what's going on. Vaughn got slammed there hard. Yes, he did. Had his leg rolled up on him from behind. Did he? I did not see the play. We'll see what's going on with Hainesy here in a moment. Okay. Hold on just a second, folks. So we do have an update. Robert Hainesy, he got up, tested his leg, and he is walking off the field, but he did need help to get to the sideline. You can see the play here. It appears that a Colts and Bucs player got wrapped up. The blue tent is coming up now here for Hainesy. You know, obviously, it looks like he's probably going to be out for the game. If there are any updates about that, we'll talk about that with separate content here on the channel. But Robert Hainesy does go down here in the Indianapolis Colts game. He is able to get up and walk off under his own power, so that is a good sign. But they did bring out the blue tent there, which is not typically a good sign. So we'll see what that means here moving forward. But Robert Hainesy does go down on the play. Not good. Just to analyze this real quick, not good. Robert Hainesy being the backup center. He was filling in for the injured Ryan Jensen, who's going to be out most of the season, by the way. You then had starting left guard Aaron Stinney go down with a torn ACL injury. Now you have Luke Gedeke and Nick Leverett battling for a potential starting left guard spot. And now you have the new starting center in Robert Hainesy going down with an injury as well. Again, we don't know the severity of the injury. We're not going to speculate on the severity of the injury, but he did just go down in this game with an injury here against the Colts. The blue tent did come up. He did walk off under his own power, but, you know, we'll see what happens with that. Could be nothing. Could be something. We don't know. We don't know right now. Obviously, when there are updates on that, we'll see, but this just continues the string of bad luck here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in terms of offensive lineman injuries. If Robert Hainesy does miss any amount of time for the regular season, you would assume probably Nick Leverett would be considered for that starting center spot, which would then leave Luke Gedeke as the starting left guard just automatically. Maybe they sign a veteran backup center now. Maybe they wait to see what goes on with cuts around the league. But, again, hey, fingers crossed. It's nothing serious here with the Hainesy injury. Obviously, if there are any updates, we'll talk about it. But, man, oh man, not good. Not good. We'll see what the Buccaneers do. Cuts around the league are going to be really interesting. There's still some interesting free agent options out there. You would assume at this point, even if it is a minor type injury, you got to think the Buccaneers will say, hey, dude, just screw this. We're just going to sign a veteran center, right? We'll see. But keep you guys updated on the Robert Hainesy injury. If there is any types of updates for it on social media or being reported or whatever, we'll talk about that in a separate piece of content. Not good news here for the Bucs, though. Robert Hainesy does go down and is taken to the trainer's tent, essentially, leaving the Colts game with an injury. Chat's probably going sicko mode. Edward, thank you for the $5 super chat, saying, keep up the good work, James. Long-time follower here. Go Bucs. Thank you so much for that. Chat is losing its mind, by the way. O-line is huge need now. Yeah, I mean, at this point, man, at this point, you got to assume, right? You got to assume that the Bucs are going to sign a veteran center. Like, that's got to be the move. That's got to be the move at this point. I mean, man, oh man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I don't even know what's happening anymore, man. The Buccaneers just have so many stinking injuries. It's been crazy. Crazy stuff, folks. Crazy stuff. Let me see what the chat's saying here. Soap, thank you for the $5 super chat, saying, who is out there, James, as veteran centers? Let's take a look at that list real quick, actually. Thank you for bringing that up, Soap, by the way. Sorry, guys, if I'm not going to be reading the chat as much. Also, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did score. I should update the scoreboard. Thank you guys so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. Who scored the touchdown? It was Keyshawn Vaughn. So Keyshawn Vaughn did end up scoring his touchdown. Good job for Vaughn. You love to see that for him. So I did update the score. Here comes the return for the Indianapolis Colts. It is a kneel down. 10 minutes left here in the second quarter. Keyshawn Vaughn gets a touchdown run there. Good for him. You like to see that for him. Alrighty. Nick Foles is in the game. Oh my god. I forgot that he was freaking around still. That's crazy. Nick Foles hands it off to the Colts running back, Ola Kunle, or is that KJ Britt? That might be KJ Britt. That is KJ Britt, makes the tackle on the play. That will be second down for the Indianapolis Colts from like their own 28-yard line. So there you go. Let's see here. Second down and 8 from the Colts 27-yard line. Foles in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Foles, he's going to throw. Looking. Passes incomplete. Jamel Dean almost had an interception on the play, but it was not to be. All right, incomplete pass there. Good play by Jamel Dean. That'll bring up third down and 8 from, from the Indianapolis Colts 27-yard line. Nick Foles in the shotgun, running back next to him. Let's see what happens here. There's a flag on the play. It looks like it will be a false start on the Colts. That'll make it third down and 13 at the Colts 22-yard line. J.C. Treader is actually retired. Yes. He is actually retired. Let me go ahead. Hold on, folks. I have so many stinking tabs open right now. Hold on one moment. Gotta close out some of these. Jesus. Give me a moment. Give me a second. All right, Nick Foles. He's going to throw on 3rd and 13. He's got a little bit of time. Almost gets brought down by Logan Hall, but Foles ends up running with it. And he does go down. Oh, God. No. There we go. We're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. We good? We're good, okay? Everything's okay. Look, I'll play. Why not? True start. Shutter won't come back out of retirement for less than $10 million. It's possible. It's possible. 4th and 7, and the Colts will have to punt now. There goes the punt. And it will be returned. That is Devin Tompkins, and he gets pushed out of bounds, unfortunately. Let's see. There we go. We get this stuff out of here. I don't like Foles since that Pats Eagles thing. That's how a lot of people are. Blaine Gabbert comes back out onto the field. No Kyle Trask yet. There you go. No Kyle Trask yet. Pretty interesting situation there, but no Trask yet. We'll see what happens here. All right. 1st down and 10 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from their own 15-yard line. Gabbert in the shotgun, running back next to him. Handoff goes to Keyshawn Vaughn, who's got a little bit of movement there, but does get ripped down. Gain of just a couple of yards there. And that will bring up... what am I trying to say? That will bring up 2nd down. See. Nick Foles can say he threw Brady Super Bowl, which is crazy to say. There you go. You have 2nd down and 8 now after the gain of 2 by Vaughn at the Bucs 17. Gabbert, he's going to throw. It's a screen for Scotty Miller. He gets ripped down. Nothing working there. That'll bring up 3rd down, basically 3rd and 10. Not a great situation here. Alrighty. We'll see what happens here. What's going on, Antonio? How you doing, man? 3rd down and 9 from the Buccaneers 16-yard line after the 1-yard loss by Scotty Miller. Gabbert in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Gabbert is going to throw on 3rd and 9. Looks downfield. Incomplete. Dropped by Scotty Miller. Big old yikes. 3rd drop of the game, by the way. K. Dotton had one. K. Dotton had one. Tyler Johnson had one. And now Scotty Miller had one as well. Big old yikes. Big old yikes. A lot of people are saying, sorry, Miller. Sorry, man. Dropped a wide open 1st down there. Had his man beat, too. Just boom, hit him right in the hands, and that was a drop by Miller. Here comes the punt. It will be returned by the Colts defender, or by the Colts returner, I should say. He gets brought down in Tampa Bay Buccaneers territory. And now the Buccaneers defense is going to come back out onto the field. Somebody said Miller has lost it. Maybe he only does good when Tom Brady throws in the ball, guys. Have we thought about this? The fans are brutal. Yeah, they're pretty big. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and see what the heck's going on here. Trying to upload a Robert Hainesy video, folks. You guys all get to be in a video. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. The content never stops here on the channel, okay? We're always ready. We're always ready to cover stuff when it happens in games, okay? We're doing more of that this year. No Scotty. Sad. Yeah, Scotty just had a drop there. Not great. Imagine these scrubs blocking Aaron Donald. Oh, you don't want to see that. Let's see. What's going on, Jacob? Good to see you, man. Hey, shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Jacob McConnell. Real one. Real one right there, my man. Jacob McConnell's a real one. Let's freaking go. Got a little over 600 people in here, by the way, guys. Thank you so much for that. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Cool video idea would be to include your live reaction in a video regarding a situation that happens in game. Well, James, I actually just did that with the the Robert Hainesy stuff. I recorded my reaction to it, so there you go. They seem to be slipping and sliding a little bit tonight. What's with the field? I don't know. It's a good question. Trade him for a center. Brady got cut. We are in a bit of trouble, folks. That would have been a real hard pass for Miller to catch. I don't think it was his fault. I don't know, man. I mean, I get it's a tough catch, but if you... Guys in the NFL, they make these tough catches. It was a hard completion. It was hard, but competition is tough too. That's facts. Man, the chat's going crazy for Scott. Man, this is like, anybody here big history buffs? Remember whenever Julius Caesar got betrayed by his like entire Roman council? This is what it feels like. This is what he felt like. This is Scotty Miller's version of that. That's crazy. E tu brute? That's literally Scotty. That's literally Scotty right now. Man, oh man. Oh, so let's go ahead and take a look at, I want to take a look at free agent centers around the league right now, because that would be fun, in my opinion. Take a quick look at it. Matt Paradis, Josh Andrews, BJ Finney. By the way, it is first down and 10 for the Colts from the Buccaneers' 43-yard line. Foles is going to throw. 91's getting some pressure on Foles, and Foles throws it out of bounds. Any update on Hainesy? None that I'm seeing yet. No. Leverrett's playing center right now. John Molchon is playing at guard. Za'Darius Hutchinson is also playing at guard. There is a penalty on the Colts, by the way. Alrighty. Let's see. Hold on one moment. First and 15 for the Colts now. Let's see what happens here. Foles in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Foles is going to throw, and that is incomplete. I believe that was Olakunle Fatukasi with the pass coverage. I believe it was, yes. Looking good in pass coverage as well. You like to see that. No update on Robert Hainesy, though. Bucs say Robert Hainesy has an ankle injury and is out for the rest of the game. So at least it is not a knee injury. I would be scared to death if it was a knee injury, but it is an ankle injury. Still not great. That is the update. It is an ankle injury. He's listed out for the rest of the game. Foles in the shotgun. Running back next to him. Foles is going to throw. Pressure's coming a little bit. Pass is completed, brought down by D. Delaney and K.J. Britt. And that will bring up 3rd and 3 after the 12-yard gain by Woods at the Buccaneers' 36-yard line. So yeah, some free agent centers again. You got Treader, he's retired. Paradis is there, Andrews is there, BJ Finney. Not a ton of options, folks. Donnell Stanley, he used to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Remember him? Foles in the shotgun on 3rd and 3 from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' 36-yard line. Foles is going to throw. It is a quick swing-out pass. 16 gets there. Gets the first down for the Colts. I would say, though, I do like Josh Andrews. I think Josh Andrews isn't a bad center, per se. Stewart is coming off of an injury, but it's telling that Fatukasi came in before him and is playing well. There you go. So, by the way, Grant Stewart is playing in this game. But 1st and 10 from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30-yard line. Handoff goes to the Colts running back, tackled down by number 95. That's Deidrin Sennett. Shout out to Deidrin Sennett, by the way. The update on Hainesy is that he's been ruled out for the game and that he has an ankle injury. That can be a lot of different things. Can be an Achilles, can be a sprain, can be so many different types of things, man. That's the update. It's an ankle injury. He's ruled out for the game. That's all we got right now. Probably won't hear anything until probably tomorrow. Maybe even Monday or Tuesday. But that's all we got. Foles in the shotgun, a running back next to him from the Buccaneers 27-yard line. Play action. It is a swing out pass. Fatukasi misses the tackle. But you have a couple of guys that are able to come in there and finish the play. Jannard Avery. Hey, we were just talking about this guy earlier this week. He makes the tackle on the play. 3rd and 1 from the Buccaneers 21-yard line. Cool. Big fan of Jannard Avery. Somebody said trade for David Andrews. Jacob, put me in, coach. Jacob, you gonna play center, big dog? Jacob, we need you to play center, my man. You got that wrestling background. You got that real wrestling background, man. We need you to wrestle some guys down. Come on now. Per Bucs radio broadcast, Hainesy is telling teammates he's fine, says Tony. So there you go. Tony Saylor says the Bucs radio broadcast is saying that Hainesy says he's fine. What's up, Frank? Go Bucs. Still got well over 500 people in here. If you guys are new, by the way, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button if you are enjoying this live stream. I know the Robert Hainesy news took everybody down a little bit, a little bummed out about it, but we're still vibing. David Andrews is not a free agent. No, he is not. David Andrews is very much on the New England Patriots, but you know, hey, never say never. Never say never with old Bill. 3rd and 1. Handoff goes to the running back of the Colts. Tackled down by some Buccaneers defenders, but it is still good for a 1st down. Got some of the Colts on the sideline there that they're showcasing off. Why did the Bucs get rid of Jason Pierre-Paul? It was time. I mean, it was time for the Bucs to get rid of them. To get rid of him, rather. 1st down and 10 for the Indianapolis Colts now from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 16-yard line after the 5-yard run by Phillip Lindsay. I remember him. 1st down and 10. Handoff goes to Lindsay again, who is tackled down by a host of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jenna Lane on Twitter indicated that Hainesy will be fine. That's the hope. Hainesy is like the king of getting a little bit hurt and then scaring everybody. He is the king of that. I gotta give him respect for it, because the man is literally the king of it. Scotty Miller not having a great showing so far, no. Let's see. Nick Foles under center. Handoff goes to Phillip Lindsay again. Deidrin Sennett is there to make the tackle on the play. Yeah, the Hainesy has already been ruled out for the game. That's already been confirmed. What's going on, Steve? Good to see you, by the way. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the 1st half. The Buccaneers' backup offense may get one more drive. We'll see. 1st and goal for the Bucs. Foles under center, running back in the backfield. And there is a flag on the play. Looks like Nelson may have jumped off sides. Hire a huge Canadian lumberjack. You got to respect it. Joe Trina-Shoyinka is just held out for precautionary reasons. So another flag there. Another flag there for the Bucs. Maybe AQ will retire. AQ goes from being a coach back to a center. He would know the offense. He would know the offense. I mean, he did have a really bad spinal injury / neck injury, but that takes us to the 2-minute warning for the first half, by the way. Oh, Deidre Sennett got flagged for encroachment on the first and goal play. So now the Colts have the ball at the Buccaneers' 3-yard line. They're in prime position to score. Put Arians in its... Oh, no. Don't say that. Do you think how we haven't seen Grant Stewart yet taking defensive snaps? He's on the outside looking in. Raw, that's a pretty interesting take. Could be a strong possibility. He is also coming back from injury as well, so maybe they don't want to rush him back. That was something Greg Auman said, and I do agree with that. But, you know, it's also a possibility that he is on the outside looking in. It might be worth keeping an eye on. Man, oh man. Vita Vea on the field all the time on the field. Trade Tyler Johnson and Scotty for O-line. That honestly might be what they have to do. Even if it does come out that Robert Hainesy is completely fine, I still feel that something has to be done in terms of adding a veteran offensive line. I wasn't super on with the idea. It's not that I was against it, but, you know, just based on reading the tea leaves and whatnot, you know, it was a situation of, well, you know, it was a situation of, hey, you know, they like the guys that they have, but now it's like, okay, maybe they should bring in somebody, at least work some guys out, you know. Donovan Smith is center, backups looking like garbage. I wouldn't say they're looking terrible. They did score a touchdown. When you get rid of Gabbert, take him up. I mean, Gabbert's done. I mean, let's just take a look at Gabbert's stats real quick. So far today, Gabbert is 5 of 7 for 46 yards. That's not bad. Scotty Miller had a drop. He would be 6 of 7 for potentially 60 yards. I don't think that's bad. Vaughn's looked good. 5 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. I don't think that's really fair to Gabbert. He's looked fine. I've always wondered, do cut players keep their game day jerseys? That's a good question, Willie. I don't... It's possible. It's possible. Cruise Nest tickets on sale now. Get exclusive members benefits. There you go. You guys want to sit in the Cruise Nest? You can do so. Somebody said, let's get those likes up to 400. We still got 550 people in here, by the way. Thank you guys so much for that. Again, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. And, hey, I didn't say it. Keith said it. If we want to get those likes up to 400, I wouldn't be opposed. But it does look like the Colts are going to potentially score here. We'll have to wait and see what happens on the play. Hainesy's hanging out on the Bucs sideline. His ankle is wrapped, but he's putting weight on it as normal. They wouldn't let him do that if this were anything serious. So it looks like Hainesy is going to be okay, folks. It does look like Hainesy's going to be okay. The handoff does go to the Colts running back, Phillip Lindsay, for 1 yard. Deidre Sennett makes the tackle on the play. So here's your update. It's Hainesy's right ankle that's wrapped. He came up like he was testing his right leg, but it's the right one that's injured. Here's Phillip Lindsay to the sideline. I think he's got the touchdown there. No. Might have been brought down at the 1. They're still going to debate it, but I'll talk about this Hainesy update here. It's Hainesy's right ankle that's wrapped. He came up like he was testing his left leg, but it's the right one that was injured. Again, looks fine walking around and talking with teammates on the sideline. Hainesy is hanging out on the Bucs sideline. His ankle is wrapped, but he's putting weight on it as normal. So there you go. It's Hainesy's right ankle that's wrapped. He came up like he was testing his left leg, but it's the right one that was injured. Again, this is from Greg Auman, per The Athletic. Again, looks fine, walking around and talking with teammates on the sideline. Hainesy is hanging out on the Bucs sideline, his ankle's wrapped, but he's putting weight on it as normal. They wouldn't let him do that if this were anything serious. So it looks like Robert Hainesy is gonna be okay, folks. It seems like it's not too big of a deal. In my opinion, if I were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I would still add a veteran offensive lineman. And you're going to wait and see what happens with cuts around the league. Whatever happens in those situations, what other teams decide to release veteran offensive linemen, you bet your bottom dollar the Buccaneers may be interested in some way, shape, or form. Because this isn't the first time Hainesy's gone down with an injury that has worried a lot of Bucs fans. It happened in training camp. It's happened in now this Colts game. There have been times where, yeah, Hainesy's gone down with some nagging injuries that have had people worried, so maybe you do want to get a veteran insurance option in there. You know, Robert Hainesy, you know, that's just something worth paying attention to. When's Jensen coming back? The expectation is that if he comes back at all, it'll come back later in the year. I mean, very later in the year, a deep playoff run. So that's a legitimate question, man. Or a legitimate thing I think that should be considered by the Bucs is adding a veteran offensive lineman, preferably a center, who can be there just in case, right? And there's some options out there. We talked about some of those guys. Josh Andrews, Matt Paradis is out there. Some other centers are out there. And you don't know what other teams are going to do in terms of their roster moves. If there's a guy that Todd Bowles is familiar with, that the offensive coaching staff is familiar with, from their histories together, maybe that's something they consider that I think should be considered, just in case. But it seems like Robert Hainesy is going to be okay. Seems like his ankle injury is not a big deal, and it seems like he's going to be good to go, but in my opinion, I still feel like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should probably take a look at maybe getting a veteran offensive lineman depending on what other teams do after their 53-man roster cuts. So that's kind of my thoughts and opinions on that. Trask will be part of a trade. I don't believe that. Colts touchdown. I do got to go ahead and put that on the list as well. Thank you guys so much for that. It's 14-10 now. So what's his face scored? Philip Lindsay scored. So there you go. Go ahead and move the score over. Magnifique. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. We get the spam out of here, man. That's what we do to spam in these parts. This town ain't big enough for all the spam. There's Philip Lindsay with a touchdown, by the way. I'm still a really big fan of Philip Lindsay. I really am. I think he is such a good... like, backup... The guy should be a starting running back, in my opinion. Here comes the kickoff return from... Is that Devin Tompkins back there? It's somebody back there. I think it was Tompkins. Or that's Geiger. That's Kalen Geiger back there. All right. They're really giving a lot of guys some tests. There's Hainesy, by the way, with his ankle wrapped up. Talking to guys. He's vibing. He's vibing. You'll love to see that. And Kyle Trask is in the game, folks. Kyle Trask is in the game. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Kyle Trask is in the game. First down and 10 from the Buccaneers' 25-yard line. Trask, he's going to throw. It is a screen, and it falls incomplete for Keyshawn Vaughn, who kicks the football. That's a flag, isn't it? I usually thought that was a flag, but I guess not. Kyle Trask is in the game. I very much like Mr. Words are hard. I very much like Mr. Philip Lindsay. Trask in the shotgun on second down. Hand off. Goes to Keyshawn Vaughn. He bounces it to the outside. Tries a stiff arm. Does a little bit of something. Gets 4 yards there. It's 3rd and 6 at the Buccaneers' 29-yard line. 1:23 left here in the first half. Screen that didn't work. What a surprise. I hate these screens. I hate these screens so much. In the shotgun, Trask, he's going to throw. Looks downfield. Caught. That is complete to, I believe, Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson's slow to get up now. A minute left here in the first half. It's a little bit of a... I don't know what the heck's going on right now. Okay, they're taking their sweet time. Why you doing it, man? If you got to have some urgency here. 45 seconds left in the first half. It is going to be first down and 10 at the... Or 4th and 1, rather, at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 34-yard line. Trask in the shotgun. It was 5 yards for Tyler Johnson. I thought he had the first down. I was wrong. Trask in the shotgun. They're just letting it go. And they're going to go ahead and take a timeout. What is going on here with this coaching staff, my man? Did Brady take back the field? No, he did not. Kyle Trask is on the field. And Kyle Trask comes off the field. Looks like they are going to punt it. Man, oh man. This has been a... I would have just said screw it and went for it, personally. I don't know. I get it. They're trying to run down the clock, but hey. Why not just go for it, man? Why not just go for it? I'm really disliking Bulls play calling. Here comes the punt from Jake Camarda, by the way. Will somebody be able to get down the field? It will be returned by the Colts. Ooh, really good special teams play from number 36. Really good, really good special teams play from number 36. Let me go ahead and see what is going on with that. Hold on. And there's the kneel down from Foles, and we will be good for the second half. So we are going to go ahead and get Rhett from the Cannon Fire podcast in here for halftime, by the way, to voice some of his thoughts and opinions. So let me go ahead and call him up on the old... Let me go ahead and give Rhett Matthew a call here 1 second. See if we can get him on Discord. Let's see. We're going to get Rhett Matthew in here on Discord for halftime. Kind of talk about some of the stuff that's happened here in the half. And then he might honestly, hey, Rhett might stick around. We don't know. Rhett might actually stick around for a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. But we are going to go ahead and get... Mr. Rhett Matthew in here. Just as soon as we can get Zoom going on here. James, smart man. He's already got his halftime snack ready to go. Man, oh man. Bucs taking an L with Trask in. Well, we haven't really seen anything with Trask yet. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the Zoom. One moment here, folks. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my webcam for just a moment. Let's get the Zoom up. There it is. Hold on 1 second. And joining me from the Cannon Fire podcast is Rhett Matthew. Rhett, how you doing, man?
What is up, buddy? I'm okay. I'm okay. I feel like I can exhale a little bit. We just watched Robert Hainesy walk off the field under his own power. He told a bunch of his teammates he is fine.
Yeah.
So that is the second close call it feels like we have had as far as potentially losing our second string and now starting center for the year. But aside from that, I am doing okay. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good, man. I already did tell the people that I will be joining you after the live stream here, so they can stay tuned for that. That'll be a ton of fun to have there. Thoughts on the first half so far besides Hainesy? Because apparently it seems like Hainesy's injury he's fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully a non-story. You know, you hope that by this time tomorrow we've all just kind of moved on from it, and we hope to get some more positive updates from him throughout the week. But I think he should be fine. And worst case scenario, this team has got a couple more weeks to prepare for Dallas and week 1. But yeah, man, I think this first half, you got your first good look at Tom Brady and the starters. You really can't complain as far as the quarterback position goes. Tom Brady comes out the opening drive, 6 for 8 in passing, and it only gets 3 points as opposed to the touchdown that I'm sure that they wanted. But there's a drop that I know for sure from Tyler Johnson, and then Brady had overthrown Mike Evans at one time. But aside from that, he looks like the same old Tom Brady, so no complaints in that department there. And I think the biggest thing for them getting out there, Todd Bowles had mentioned it before the teams went back to the locker room, was consistency and communication. You know, Tom obviously taking his first snaps from Robert Hainesy. This is the first game time situation work that those two have gotten together. Luke Gedeke also was out there. And I will say another thought that I had about Luke Gedeke, those first 2 drives were kind of rough for him. Brady was getting the ball out in time, but Nick Leverett, Robert Hainesy, and Luke Gedeke out there, man. I mean, it was tough sledding for a minute, but hopefully those guys can get acclimated here.
Now, what do you think about the idea of them potentially adding a veteran center? Because that was something myself and the chat were talking about a lot. Because, I mean, even if Hainesy is fine, right, which seems to be the expectation, you are on Twitter a lot. We can see Greg Auman and everybody else going crazy out there. But, what do you think about the idea of adding a veteran center? I think if Hainesy's okay, you still got to think about it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because J.C. Treader was that guy that fallback option that everybody had relied on for so long. If the Bucs were going to go that route and bring in a veteran center, he retired last week, so no longer an option for Tampa Bay. And we're in the middle of a preseason game, and we potentially thought that, you know, Hainesy was down after getting rolled up on, and we are just scrambling, right? Like, everybody is actually kind of nervous about what's going to happen at the center position because Nick Leverett has not looked awesome. And Luke Gedeke, I think his status as the starting left guard could be in question. The reps he's had so far have not been great. So we'll just have to see how things shake out there. But I would honestly be surprised if they didn't entertain the idea of bringing in a veteran center. I know that going into this game, a lot of people wanted to give off the idea that, like, everything is fine and dandy. This line is set. But if you're Tom Brady and you just watched, you know, Hainesy not only have another close call with an injury, but Luke Gedeke go out there and get his lunch money taken, and then Nick Leverett have the game that he had, I don't know if they should go into Dallas week 1 with really only Hainesy as a definite, you know, contender for your starting center job. I mean, yeah, you should definitely have your starting center figured out by week 1, but just as veteran depth help, I'm starting to be in the group of people who thinks that the Bucs need to go ahead and take a look at that.
Everybody said that they were really on board with, Willie said this, by the way, shout out to Willie, said that David Andrews was somebody the chat was campaigning hard for. I thought they meant Josh Andrews, the veteran free agent, but, you know, hey, David Andrews is fine too. Red, to that point, I just don't think they trade for a veteran center at this point, not with 2 weeks before the regular season starts. I just don't think that's really something that they would consider. Especially since Hainesy is fine, right? Maybe if Hainesy wasn't okay, maybe you consider it, but I think at this point they don't really make a big swing type of trade. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to go out on a limb and lose any important pieces down the stretch on a trade. You know, you don't want to come up shorthanded because if you stick your neck out there like that and you trade for someone who costs all those resources, well, it kind of leaves Hainesy in a tough spot because all signs indicate him being our starter. Like, worst case scenario, you know, he avoids an injury and he's good to go for week 1. He's going to be our starter for most of the year. They haven't given us an update on Jensen, but let's say Jensen can come back like week 10, week 11, last quarter of the season. Maybe they try and make that happen, but it's going to be a lot of Robert Hainesy leading the charge on the offensive line this year. And if you bring in a veteran and just kind of put him into that spot, he doesn't get a whole lot of time to try and mesh with Tom Brady, which obviously is going to be very important. And, you know, it's not like there's a whole lot of system you have to learn as a center. It's just those important reps between a quarterback and a center that people don't really think about that much. Like, it's probably the least plug and play position on the offensive line. You know what I mean? Like, of all of those guys, it's really, really hard to find a center who can stay consistent and at the end of the day, keep your quarterback happy, because that's what's going to matter.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. That's why I agree with you. And a little bit for the chat, like just that idea of trading for a guy, I just don't think that's a feasible option. And they do like what they've seen from Hainesy. So I think that would probably be the move going forward, Rhett. Thoughts on Scotty Miller? Because I said this earlier. He had a drop, hasn't looked great today. And one thing that I said was, Rhett, I don't know how big of a history buff you are, but do you remember whenever Julius Caesar was betrayed by his council and was stabbed on the stairs of the government building?
I do.
Yeah, same.
I do.
That was what the chat did to Scotty Miller after his drop. It was incredible.
If we know one thing about, I don't know if a YouTube chat counts as social media, but the loud majority on the internet is that when it comes to the NFL and specifically the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady as your quarterback, it is a "what have you done for me lately" league. And a lot of people like to point to the fun moments from the 2020 championship run with Scotty Miller, his big deep bomb against the Packers in the NFC Championship game. A couple of big plays here and there, but outside of that, we have been looking for Scotty to step up and be a little bit more of a contributor on this offense in the preseason, and he's just not making the most of those chances. I don't really know what's going on with Scotty Miller, but what he's done this preseason just isn't going to cut it, especially if the Bucs are going to carry 7 wide receivers into the year. I still don't think there's a place for him, and that's unfortunate because I like Scotty Miller. Jesus. Sorry, I'm not trying to get all violent here. I like Scotty Miller. I've always been a fan of Scotty Miller, but his ability to just make those gritty catches and anything outside of the regular toolbox that we like to assign him with, he's just not very good at. Like, he's a one-trick pony. He can run fast. He can beat coverage. I mean, he was open on the drop that he had tonight, and it's a very similar drop to what he had last week against Tennessee. He had the drop against Miami in that first preseason game on the deep ball from Trask. I know it was more so a good play from the corner, but Scotty just, he just hasn't brought it like he should be bringing it. And I don't know if he finds himself on this team come week 1.
By the way, another person I want to talk about real quick is, just real quick, I'm looking at the stats. Bucs are 0 for 3 for third down conversions today. Good Lord. Another guy the chat's been really beaten up, who's had a really, really tough time, has been Jalen Darden. He hasn't done a ton throughout preseason so far. And one thing I noticed that the chat noticed as well, Rachaad White was being used as a returner, Kalen Geiger, Devin Tompkins. What do you think, Rhett? Because I know me and Evan, your co-host over there at the Can of Fire podcast, who I did challenge to a boxing match, haven't heard anything back yet. Multiple times. I've challenged him in multiple videos now. I don't hear anything about it. But
he doesn't want the smoke.
But we haven't seen, anything that has been super positive from Jalen Darden.
The thing with Darden, and if Evan were here, I feel like he would probably agree with me on this, but Darden has a spot on this team this year. He's going to be on our roster in the regular season. He's going to be on the roster barring injury all season long. And I think he is going to go into this season being your main returner. Like, I don't like the idea of Rachaad White at playing your main returner position. One, because Giovanni Bernard's still kind of nursing an injury, so he's not going to be 100% week 1. But our running back depth isn't awesome, and I think Rachaad White can definitely be a contributor. When you look at all the rookies, he's probably the one who's going to have the biggest impact out of all of those picks last year potentially. But yeah, I don't really like it much. I think they're just always trying to see if something works at the returner position when it comes to these preseason games, because the past couple of years, even when we've known who it's going to be, before Jalen Darden, it was usually Bobo Wilson, right? We had changed guys around every now and again, but a lot of this trial period comes in the preseason. I think they're throwing stuff at the wall to see if something sticks, and I don't think Rachaad White brings much more as a returner than Jalen Darden, and that's why I think Darden's going to be your main return guy once the season comes around. But I can think of the one play that Darden got involved in with Brady on the field. He was trying to make that short screen pass and got absolutely blown up. I think they ended up ruling it incomplete, if I remember correctly. But yeah, man, I I don't know. I like Rachaad White in the running back position, and hopefully we don't see him returning too much in the regular season. But I still think it's like Jalen Darden's job. You know, I don't think Rachaad White has shown us anything to go out there and take that job from Jalen Darden, because if he isn't your returner, then he's probably gonna be doing less than Rachaad White this year, to be honest, on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I hear you. Also, Kyle Trask going to be coming in. We're going to be starting the second half, by the way, and the Colts will be receiving the football. Rhett, will you stick around? Do you want to stick around for some of the game, or do you got to get going?
Yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit, but I do got to drop out of here. So maybe a couple series here we can watch together.
Sure, that sounds good.
That is okay with you in the chat.
Yeah, all good with me. I'm sure it's all good with the chat as well. By the way, folks, after this game, I will be on Rhett's live stream over the Cannon Fire podcast. You guys don't even have to go anywhere, because YouTube has a very nifty feature where it just goes and puts you into the live stream of the next channel.
By the way, not to peel back the curtain on that bad boy, but did that thing work that I sent you?
It did not.
Like no, it did not. Okay,
it did not.
Okay, so
here comes a good return by the Colts. By the way, all the way down to the 50-yard line. Not great either. This is another thing that hasn't been good. Red has been special teams coverage units have not looked great.
Yeah, and that's been an ongoing trend for the Bucs these past couple of years. It seems like everybody has a little bit of room to harp on the special teams, because tackling just hasn't been great. And this preseason, we've seen a lot of it.
Yeah, it was Dallas Flowers on the return there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Colts from just right at the 50-yard line. Is this Sam Ehlinger in the game? I love Sam Ehlinger. It looks like he's in the game.
Yes, it is. And he has been a stud this preseason for Indianapolis. We talked with the Bring the Juice Colts podcast this week on our game preview, and they were really singing his praises and excited to see what he can bring here in the second half. That quarterback room for Indianapolis really isn't that bad. You got Matt Ryan, QB1, Nick Foles, QB2, and, of course, the young Sam Ehlinger at QB3.
J.J. Young gets the tackle on Tyson Williams, by the way, for a 5-yard carry. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 45-yard line, already in Buccaneers territory for the Colts. Sam Ehlinger under center. Let's see what happens here.
Look at him. Okay, I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Wide receiver in motion, play action. Ehlinger, he can run with it. Here comes Sam Ehlinger. Jukes a man. Jukes a couple of guys out of his shoes. That is going to be a touchdown for Sam Ehlinger. A 45-yard touchdown run.
Man, so I'm about 15 seconds ahead of you, and I wanted to make sure I didn't say anything too quickly. We were just singing this guy's praises. And he's been the most fun quarterback to watch for Indy so far this preseason, and that right there is a huge example why. But I'll tell you, it's also another poor example of the tackling on the defensive depth for Tampa Bay, because that's kind of been a negative trend these past few weeks.
Sam Ehlinger is that dude. He is that dude, Rhett.
He really did turn it on, man. I saw him initially break, and there was nothing but daylight ahead of him. And then we got the replay right here where he cuts back inside. You got a couple of secondary guys. 36 slipped and fell.
Yeah, who are those players specifically? 36
and 34 were the first two guys there.
34 is Nolan Turner.
So Nolan Turner.
And who is the... Don Gardner. So two guys who are battling for roster spots get cooked by a quarterback. A
third-string quarterback. I know he's probably the youngest spry set of legs they have in that quarterback room for Indianapolis, but yeah, not a good look, man.
Tony Saylor says in the chat, you're just a slow fan if you think you can plug and play O-lineman. Brandon says he did that at Texas, though. Sam Ehlinger, hey.
He's an athletic dude.
Man,
this is his second year in the league?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had him mocked to the Bucs at one point. But it was not meant to be. But now look at him. Now look at Sam Ehlinger. He's putting in that work.
Turns it on, man. Makes quick work of that drive, too.
Don Gardner, not to confuse him with Sauce Gardner. He did get sauced on that play, though.
As we are in a TV commercial break, I wanted to get back to some of the starters. And this guy isn't exactly a starter, but I think he has played his way to potentially more reps during the regular season. and that's Keeft. I don't know whether to call this guy a fullback or a tight end because technically in this playbook, I don't think the fullback position exists for Tampa Bay, but this dude has been blocking his tail off. He has made his presence felt, and one of the ones that I can remember was on that Keyshawn Vaughn touchdown where he just cleared the way, opened up the path, and allowed 2-1 to get in the end zone. Keeft has, I mean, he's really been showing out.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, he's looked great blocking. My gosh, dude, he's made Keyshawn Vaughn's life so much better. I wish that Rachaad White had that blocking earlier in the game, by the way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was that one drive, 3 runs in a row, by the way, for Tampa Bay on that drive. I think it was some first-string guys were still out there, but Blaine Gabbert was in the game. Donovan Smith had come out, but Bucs were deep in their own territory and handed it off to White 3 times in a row. And we got pretty close to a safety. It was looking like it was going to be a 2-3 ball game for a little while, but luckily they were able to make some positive yardage on the punt, I guess, because they really didn't get much out of their own end zone there. But at least they didn't get the safety, right?
Yeah, Brandon says I'd like to see Ellinger become a starter one day. He seemed like he's a good NFL QB.
Just an update, by the way, an injury update. Buccaneers guard Nick Leverett with a shoulder injury is out for the remainder of tonight's game. No further update on how serious it may be, but his night is over. And that's unfortunate because Nick Leverett was a guy who was very much involved in the competition for that left guard spot. I know that the offensive line coach, whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head, he'd alluded to them making a decision sooner rather than later. But with Hainesy obviously going down, he's going to be your center. Gedeke could still be getting some reps. I haven't really paid much close attention to see if he's still out there. Bucs offense on the field right now, though, for 1st and 10.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert's going to be out there. Or no, not Blaine Gabbert. Kyle Trask. What am I talking about?
Kyle Trask going to start things on offense for Tampa Bay. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Keyshawn Vaughn still in the game, and really nothing doing there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 75. That's John Molchon getting pushed back on the play.
Trying to get a good look at the numbers on the offensive line down there as they kind of walk back into the huddle here. I don't think Gedeke is still out there, nor do I think he should be. I think at this point in the game, you got to hang on to as many almost starters as you can.
You know, man, me and you need to be out there playing the O-line or something just to get these guys out of here, you know?
Right.
Jeez Louise.
I'll volunteer as tribute so long as we get out of this game healthy.
That's right. We're still only in the 3rd quarter, and they're down to like their 7th, 8th stringed O-lineman here. By the way, pitch play to Vaughn, and Scotty Miller just got beat on the block there.
Yeah, a couple of offensive linemen really did not look good on that play. I thought it was a screen pass at first, the way the D lineman just came through at will. But no, a designed pitch play to the left doesn't end up working out. I'd like to see Kyle Trask. I know it's 3rd and 14 here, so it could be a passing situation. I'd like to see him sit back and throw here, man. I want to see what this kid is made of. We got a full half of the Trask effect here.
The Trask Master, some may call him here on this channel.
Ooh.
Trask in the shotgun, running back next to him. Let's see what happens. Trask, he's going to throw, looks downfield, throws, caught by Tyler Johnson, who got a stiff hit, but he does get the 1st down. Little spin ball action.
Hey, big ups to Tyler Johnson to hang on and see that one through. But if anybody needs a catch like that right now, it is Tyler Johnson. Already has a drop on the evening, and he did have a clutch 4th down conversion from Tom Brady on that 1st drive of the game. But you'd still like to see him have a strong showing throughout the rest of this one. He'll get some reps with Kyle Trask here.
For sure, and it is 1st and 10 now after the 21-yard completion of Tyler Johnson at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 41-yard line. Trask in the shotgun, running back next to him. Handoff goes to Keyshawn Vaughn, who fights ahead, gets a handful of yards there. That'll bring up 2nd down and short. Rhett, by the way, just check your phone when you get a chance. Sean Payton, give him a call. Let's see. Nice there. Nice throw and catch. That was a nice throw. I always get scared when you see hits like that, too.
Yeah.
Never a good situation. A lot of people.
When a guy goes up over end. We saw Gio Bernard leave the game. I think it was either Chicago or Miami last year. Or no, it was the Rams game, actually. He ended up getting hurt going end over end like that.
Yeah, Trask under center, by the way. Handed off to Patrick Laird, baby. Let's go. 1st down.
Big number 43, running like a fullback on that one.
Hell yeah, dude.
Lowers the shoulder, braces for impact, and moves the chains. You'll have to see it.
Hell yeah, dude. Patrick Laird with the 8-yard run, 1st and 10 at the Colts 44-yard line. You love to see it. You love to see it. Man, oh man, yeah. The chat, at least here in this live stream, is turned on Scotty in a big, big way. Let's see what happens here. Trask under center. Patrick Laird in the backfield. Let's see. Handoff goes to Laird again. O'Keefe got bodied a little bit on that play. Laird goes down after a loss of a couple of yards.
You got to give him credit. Trying to run out to the edge there and extend the play, but just not a lot of holes. Nowhere to go, and he'll take a loss on that one. 2nd and 14 now.
John Mulshawn is in at center, by the way, and is going to have to play the rest of the game with Hainesy and Leverett sidelined. So
perfect.
There
I will take it.
Yeah, so I'm a big John Mulshawn guy. He's a friend of the channel. You know, we've talked to him on here a couple of years ago. Trask in the shotgun now. Patrick Laird next to him. 2nd down 15 from the Colts 49-yard line. Trask, he's going to throw. Looks like that pass was batted down at the line of scrimmage. No flags on the play, so that'll bring up 3rd and 15 now. So let's see what happens here. I like Scotty, but I feel like his upside is his speed and the play he made against the Packers, which doesn't mean anything now. That is facts. That is facts.
I mean, it's one of those plays that, yeah, it doesn't mean anything now in the sense that, as I had alluded to before, it's a what have you done lately for me kind of league. But it's a historic play. You know, when you think of guys, especially wide receivers, by the way, good pass out of the backfield here from Kyle Trask to your boy.
Shotgun looks, catches by Patrick Laird, but it is short of the 1st down marker, I believe. So we'll
all right. He's still out there making plays.
We'll be 4th and 6. 9-yard gain, though. Trask to Patrick Laird down at the Colts 40. Do you just go for it here, Rhett? Do you just say ball out king? 9.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter?
I think you do. You know, a good couple of completions here from Kyle Trask. You want to keep the ball moving. Of course, your running back Laird getting involved here. It's preseason football, and you want to see what these guys. You want to see what these guys look like under pressure in any kind of situation. And for Kyle Trask, this is the last good look you're going to get at him until this time next year. Got a flag coming down though, so I think this may be against Tampa Bay.
Trask in the shotgun, running back in the backfield. Flag on the play. 9 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Are they going to get a delayed game? What are we doing?
False start.
False start. Who was it on? Let's see if ESPN will let me know. It's going to be 4th down, I assume. Now they're going to punt it. It was on K-Dot, by the way.
Yep, so that'll change their mind on the 4th down conversion attempt. They've already had one of those tonight. That's unfortunate. Been an off and on night for K-Dot, I will say. He did have the drop earlier, and it wouldn't have been a 1st down anyway, so it doesn't really matter that he dropped it, but you want to kind of look those in. And aside from that, I mean, he's had a couple of good catches, but right there, just an error that you don't really need.
Jay Camarda with the punt, by the way, will be returned by the Colts, and they are able to bring him down after a little bit of a struggle there, so it will be 1st down for the Colts. Let me go ahead and see if I can find something real quick. Hold on just a moment. There we go. So, Rhett, what do you think? You good to head out now? We will see you.
Oh, you kicking me out?
Am I kicking you out? You do want to?
I'll do one more drive. I'll hang out one more drive. We'll take a look at this defense here.
We'll give you one more Colts drive, and then we will see.
Then you're kicking me out.
I'm kicking. Get out of my house. But for everybody who is watching, by the way, seeing me and Rhett here, if you want to see us talk more about this game after the game is completed, we will be live over on Rhett's channel at the Cannon Fire podcast talking about the game. And you guys don't even have to go anywhere once my stream is done. Rhett will have already started his live stream, and I will redirect you guys to his live stream where it will play his live stream. So you guys don't even have to go anywhere. YouTube has a new feature now, which is lovely. You'll love to see it. So
I hope it works.
Fingers crossed it works. We've never tried it, so we are going to try it, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Worst case scenario, you guys know the drill, youtube.com/Cannon Fire podcast. And if you get over there and subscribe ahead of time, you do usually get a nifty little notification about whenever we do decide to go live. So that'll be right after James' stream wraps up, shortly after the conclusion of this game from Indianapolis. Should be a good time. Filling in for Evan, who is on the PUP list this week.
He's been out for like 3 weeks now, as a matter
of
fact.
Man. I know. I might need to reevaluate if he makes the final 53.
I mean, roster cuts are coming up. I mean,
they sure are. They sure are. And the best ability is availability. So we'll see what happens. Could be a little lineup change over at CFP this year.
Could be something that happens, man. Could be something that happens. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I see a lot of people talking about Trask here. Trask has looked fine so far. He hasn't looked necessarily bad, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so. It's been a lot of handing the ball off. He did have that one nice completion over the middle to Tyler Johnson. But aside from that, I mean, it's been fairly routine, just handing the ball off, seeing what guys like Keyshawn Vaughn can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll see if he gets another opportunity to air it out later in the game. If the Bucs continue to fall behind, on the scoreboard, then we could see him in another superhero position like he was in week 1 against the Dolphins on that final drive of the game.
Yeah, that's fact.
Also, the kicking competition, as far as I know, have not seen Jose Borregales yet tonight. Ryan Suckup, though, a good 2 for 2.
Yes, he made his field goal. He made his extra point. They're showing Akeem Hicks on the sideline, by the way, who had a pretty good few snaps when he was out there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Colts from their own 23-yard line. Sam Ehlinger under center hands it off to the Colts running back Tyson Williams, who's gonna get a couple of yards there before he is swallowed up.
Oh, good look at Jason Light up in the broadcast booth with Chris Myers and Rondé Barber. I gotta tell you, there isn't a whole lot I like about these preseason broadcasts on WFLA. No shade intended. Just from a technicality standpoint, there's a lot that they don't do well, but Chris Myers and Rondé Barber are certainly the highlight of the broadcast for me, and I wish I could hear those guys call every Buck game every week on the TV broadcast. I know we got Gene Deckerhoff up in the booth for one more year calling the radio play-by-play, but Chris Myers is the real deal. Good friend of our show as well.
Handoff goes to Tyson Williams again, by the way. He is going to get a first down for the Colts. Is first a 3-yard run by Tyson Williams, then an 8-yard run. Benning Pote on the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Colts from their own 34-yard line. So let me go ahead and see here. Rhett, if you had to give text to a thumbnail, what text would you give to a thumbnail? Just out of curiosity.
Just out of curiosity, hypothetically here, if we're designing thumbnails.
Yeah, just if we're designing thumbnails on the fly.
Well, when I think about thumbnails, I think about our thumbnails for the channel, and good defensive play right here coming up.
Sam Ehlinger, by the way, is going to throw a swing pass out to number 10. An accidental tackle, essentially, by Don Gardner. He gets pushed down and tackles the man. So there you go with that. Not a bad play there at all. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 after the completed pass for no gain by Patman. Deckerhoff would have been.
I would say. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's see. Did Hainesy walk off the field, and did it look bad?
Yes.
Chris, so to update that, Hainesy did walk off the field, but he is expected to be fine. That is a completed pass, by the way, from Ehlinger to Patton.
Something important to mention as well with Hainesy. So he got his ankle taped up. He's obviously going to miss the rest of the game. But after they took him over to the sideline and initially evaluated him, they taped up his ankle, and they let him walk around under his own willpower on the sideline, which is something that they normally don't do if it is a more serious injury and they have any concerns of further damage. So that was a good sign as well.
Handoff goes to the Colts running back Tyson Williams, who hits the big hole, gets all the way down to Tampa Bay Buccaneers territory. There's a flag on the play, though, Rhett. Real quick, though, going back to the topic. Text for a thumbnail?
First look on the top line at Bucs starters on the second line.
Yeah.
Against Indy on the bottom line.
Okay. Against Indy?
And then format it against Indy or versus Indy, whatever you think may look better.
Yeah, if I just had to throw a guess out there, I don't know. Rhett, do you have the chat pulled up, by the way?
Yes, I do.
If you want to go ahead and read
our buddy Chris Pinkerton says, phew, with a good thumbs up. That's a lucky break. Yes, it is the second lucky break so far with us regarding Robert Hainesy. Should get a more official update. The Bucs are going to send a blitz here, and it does not hit home. They'll get a completion out of bounds here. It'll be 2nd and long from 1st and 20 there. Sam Ehlinger It is now 2nd and 9.
All in
10
all,
to 21 is your score, by the way. 5.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter of this football game. 2nd and 9 now for the Indianapolis Colts. Ellinger out of the shotgun here. Play clock ticking.
we'll see what
Takes
happens.
the snap, looks to his left side, fires out to a receiver in the flat. Wow, he's making up a lot of ground. It's number 10, breaks some tackles and more. He's way down in Buccaneers territory, finally taken down right around the 15-yard line. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but number 10, the wide receiver for Indianapolis, makes a whole lot of something out of nothing there.
The guys making the tackles on that play looked like it was Nolan Turner and somebody else. I think JJ.
I can tell you, it's a lot more missed tackles on that than anything else.
Yeah, 51. Whoever 51 is.
10 to 21.
Yes, 10 to 21.
Yeah, sorry, I was replying to the chat. Here's another handoff for Indianapolis. It's number 43, Tyson Williams. He's going to get taken down in the backfield. Nowhere to go, trying to change his position. It's big number 91, I believe, Benning Pote.
Yeah, Benning Pote with the tackle on that play. 37 weak tackle. Who's number 37, Rhett? That is Kyler McMichael.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that one, to be honest with you, pal.
No, I don't. You know, we're at the point where I just forget some people nowadays, you know?
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. When you're looking at a roster of 53 guys versus 90 or 80, it is a big difference. Another inside handoff here for Indianapolis, and it's Tyson Williams. Breaks to the right side, has some room, and he's brought down right around the 5-yard line.
Grant Stewart makes the tackle, by the way. He's checking into the game. There's a flag on the play, so we'll see what that is in a moment. You think Grant Stewart is on the roster bubble?
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting situation for him there. It's tough because, you know, he's Mr. Irrelevant. It's important to remember that he was the last pick of the draft just a few short years ago, and here he is still with a roster spot on the team. He's become what's known as a special teams guy, but I wouldn't say he is, you know, a special teams ace. Like, I wouldn't look at him as linebacker depth because we really only saw him get regular season action late in the season last year when they were rotating some guys out and resting up for the playoffs. Here's Sam Ellinger, back to pass, pressure coming, has time, fires over to his running back in the middle of the field. It's complete for a short completion, a swarm of white and red jerseys there.
Grant Stewart there making the first tackle, by the way, as well.
3rd and 17 now following the completion. But yeah, Stewart, I like to think he hangs on to a roster spot in a special teams capacity, but he is also one of those guys who has no doubt been described as someone on the bubble, which is, I guess, a little new.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dennis in chat, who did FSU play? They played Duquesne. So I saw a lot of tweets that said FSU was looking like they were going to go undefeated this year, but they were playing Duquesne. And you're asking yourself right now, who is Duquesne? Good question.
Here comes the pass from Sam Ellinger, by the way, out of the back of the end zone. That'll be 4th and 17. So the Buccaneers' backup defense does force a field goal, I guess I should say. So it'll be 24 to 10 as we are rounding out the third quarter.
Just my closing thoughts before I let you go here. Still think we're going to get a healthy dose of Kyle Trask. I'm curious if we'll see any of Ryan Griffin at all. I mean, you're paying the guy $1 million this year. I assume you might want to see him. Here's Rodrigo Blankenship, who solely won the kicking competition for Indy this week. He's going to set it up. Kick is up, and it is good. So it'll make the score 24 to 10 with Indianapolis on top. They'll take a commercial break here with the Colts leading by 14.
There you go.
So with the Bucs now trailing by 2 touchdowns, I'm curious if they're going to feel a little more comfortable with Kyle Trask wanting to get Tampa Bay back into this game, pushing the ball down the field, taking some shots. Maybe guys like Scotty Miller can step up and make a play right here. That would be pretty interesting and definitely needed for a guy like Scotty Miller. But I'm curious to see what they allow the offense to do here because if they want to win this one, this is where these situations start to matter a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how this game ends out. Folks, by the way, if you do want our thoughts after the game, I'll actually be over on Rhett's channel, Cannon Fire Podcast, to talk about the game. You don't even have to go anywhere. As soon as this game ends, it will redirect you to Rhett's channel. We don't even have to do anything. YouTube has a new feature now, a redirect feature where it will just take you to Rhett's live stream where me and him will be talking after the game. So, hey, that's fun stuff. You'll love to see that. So, Rhett, before we go ahead and let you go here for basically a quarter before we come back, do you have any final words?
No, just make sure you guys come check out the live stream after the game. We'll be breaking down everything that we saw here today and more. YouTube.com/Cannon Fire Podcast. And look forward to talking to you again here shortly, my friend.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, I will see you in a bit. Folks, the game plan's going to be, too, that Rhett's going to start up his live stream. And then while his intro is rolling, it'll take you right on over to his intro where we will be basically getting ready to get set up. So, Rhett, we will see you in a little bit, sir.
We'll give it a shot. Hopefully it works.
Sounds good. See you then.
See you, pal.
All right, folks, so now you see me. Well, now you don't see me. Hold on one second, folks. I got to get the webcam back. And we're back. There we go. So you got the score. Look, everything's fine on the score. We're good to go. We're all good. Everything's the same. We're back. Can any defensive lineman play guard, says Josie there? I don't believe so. They could, but should they? The answer is probably not. Probably not. By the way, still got over 350 people in here. If you guys are new, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do enjoy this live stream, hit the like button. We're almost to 400 likes. That's pretty good. We're almost to 400 likes, folks. If we get it to 400, that'd be awesome. Can't wait to see Kyle Trask come out here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense yet again. There's O'Keefe, by the way, on draft night, hanging out with the boys in the garage. Good Lord Almighty. You love to see that. By the way, thank you guys for getting the stream over 400 likes. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. O'Keefe, guy's going to be a big part of what the Bucs are doing. Guy's going to be a big, big part, I feel like. He's got some very strong blocking ability. It's good stuff. Here comes the return from Kalen Geiger, I believe is who that is. And he gets ripped down. There is a flag on the play. Jonathan says, I've played offense and defense. That's a different ball game playing against NFL caliber talent, but it looks like there's going to be a flag on the Bucs on the return. You hate to see that. You absolutely hate to see that. So they will get the Buccaneers on a flag. It will be first down for them. We'll go ahead and take a look at that in a moment. Man, oh man. No updates on any of the injuries or anything along those lines besides what we have given already. O'Keefe will be a big part of the offense, especially with all the first down runs up the middle. It's possible. It's definitely possible. From the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 15-yard line, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left here. O'Keefe is in the game. Kyle Trask is in the shotgun. Patrick Laird is next to him. That is who the ball goes to. Patrick Laird gets ripped down, but does pull himself ahead for a couple of yards there. That'll bring up second down. 1 yard gain for Patrick Laird. Second down and 9 at the Buccaneers 16-yard line. Not bad. Jason Light's still in the booth, by the way, with Rondé Barber and Chris Myers. Cool for them to get some Showtime stuff there. Let's see what happens here. Trask under center at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 16-yard line now. Patrick Laird in the backfield. Trask is going to throw. Looking. Fake checks it down to the running back. Throws a deep ball. Caught by number 82. That's J.J. Howland all the way down to the Indianapolis Colts 40-yard line. What a throw by Kyle Trask. Howland was left wide open. A tough throw on the run as well. Wide open was Howland. What a hell of a throw by Trask on the move. Literally off his back, literally running as he threw it. A 46-yard gain to J.J. Howland. Good play there by the undrafted free agent tight end and Kyle Trask. First and 10 from the Indianapolis Colts. 38-yard line. Handoff goes to Patrick Laird, who's got a little bit of a stutter step. And he's going to fight his way up for a few yards there. And now it is going to be 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard run by Patrick Laird at the Colts 32-yard line. A minute left here in the third quarter as they make their way into the fourth quarter. Trask under center. Kalen Geiger in motion now. Trask, play action. He's going to throw. Pressure's coming. Trask gets rid of it. Checks it down to number 43. That is Patrick Laird with the check down. Trask avoiding pressure in a pretty darn good way. Tom Brady won 6 Super Bowls with guys like Deion Branch and Odom as his number 1 receiver. Traskmaster ducking and weaving. The Traskmaster is going to work. Laird's fighting for a roster spot? Not necessarily. Probably a practice squad spot, if anything. Trask putting in the work, though. Here's Brady talking to Godwin, by the way. Colts playing their bubble guys now, as are the Bucs in some ways. Handoff goes to Patrick Laird, who is trying to bounce it to the outside. Does fight ahead and gets maybe a yard or 2 on that run. So that was a first down completion, by the way, to Laird. And he also gets a couple of yards on that run. 3 yards to be exact. 2nd and 7 from the Colts 24-yard line. So let's see. This is the end of the third quarter. It is a 24-10 score as we go into the fourth quarter now. Trask needs starter time. How do they expect him to grow without good players? This pissed me off. He was decent for the Gators. There you go. We'll see what happens here in the fourth quarter. Maybe the Buccaneers. Hey, if Trask leads them to a scoring drive, I think that's obviously a good result. You like to see that, of course. And we'll see, man. I want to know what Brady and Godwin are talking about. Seems interesting. Yeah, hey, they're probably talking about pliability and the TB12 method and how Godwin can recover. Possibly. This is possibly what they're talking about. It's 2:45 a.m. in here in Ireland, so I'm about to go to sleep. Have a good night, everyone. Go Bucs. Yes, sir, Chris. Have a good night. Go Bucs to you as well. But, you know, hey, this preseason game, better than last preseason game. I will say that. I will say that. Alrighty, what are your thoughts on Miller? He's not helping his case, man. He hasn't looked good blocking today. Had a drop today, a pretty bad drop in my opinion. Miller's not helping his case, folks. Point blank, simple as that. It's not a great situation. Yeah, the update on Hainesy is he's going to be okay. Seems like he's going to be fine. Which is a good update to have, by the way. Taking over for Gene in 23? I wish. I wish, Rich. If the Bucs would have me, if Bucs Radio would have me, I would gladly take the offer, but not meant to be, I guess. If you know anybody, hey, put my name out there. Trask shouldn't sit in the field if you have Tom Brady. Well, yes, of course. I mean, no other quarterback should be. You know what I mean? Like, it's Tom Brady, duh. Will the Bucs can get a big lead in a few games, let Trask have a little regular season play? That'd be pretty nice. Do you think they should cut Miller? It's not that I think they should, but I think that they probably will. By the way, it is 2nd down and 7 from the Colts 24-yard line. Trask in the shotgun by himself. He is going to throw. Pressure's coming on the outside, but Trask can run with it. He's going to get a couple of yards there, then he's going to slide down. There's a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to get Sedarius Hutcherson for holding, if that was Sedarius Hutcherson. Number 61. I don't have the roster up anymore, so I can't necessarily see it, but I believe it was Sedarius Hutcherson. Kyle Trask, by the way, 5 of 7 for 86 yards so far on the night. Running game has been a little bit more prevalent in the game so far tonight. Buccaneers 22 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. Colts 19 carries, 43 yards, and 3 touchdowns, by the way. Good Lord Almighty. Trask in the shotgun. Patrick Laird next to him on 2nd down and 17. That was Sedarius Hutcherson on the hold. And Trask is going to get brought down. Tried moving around in the pocket. Pressure was just showing up. There wasn't much Trask could do there. There's a lot of dancing around for Trask on that play. I mean, geez, got pressured right away and is swallowed up by the Colts defenders. No, Miller did not do himself any favors tonight. It's unfortunate. It is. 3rd and 23, 14 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. At the Colts' 39-yard line. See what happens here. Trask in the shotgun. He is going to throw. Trask looking. He's got a little bit of time. Throws it down to Patrick Laird, who gets tackled after a gain of just a couple. And that will be 4th down. Looks like the Buccaneers will probably go for a field goal here. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Yeah, Jose Borregales is going to go out there for the field goals. They're still trying this kicking battle. Keep in mind, Suckup's made all of his kicks today. This is a 52-yard field goal attempt from Jose Borregales. So let's see what happens here. 52-yarder. It's a tough field goal to make. But Borregales has done it before already this preseason. Kick is up. And the kick is no good. The score stays 24-10. If there was any doubt for the kicking battle, I think it is pretty much. I think it is pretty much in favor of. What am I trying to say here? Pretty much in favor of Suckup at this point. Man, oh man. But, Buccaneers do not score any points. It's still 24-10. Seems like Borregales, it seems like the kicking battle's pretty much over. Pretty much over. JT says the only saving grace for Miller is that he knows the offense. Can we get a kicker who makes 50-plus yard field goal, please? Hey, to be fair, Ryan Suckup did make 52-yarder at one point. Not today. I think he made one. His longest he's ever made is a 52-yarder. Suckup locked up the kicking roll. Borregales choke. He missed the game winner last game. I mean, it's true. It's true, man. I think the kicking battle was over then, in my opinion, and I will die on that hill. Asking for an update on Robert Hainesy again, by the way. He'll be fine. He will be fine. Yes, Nick Leverett is out for the remainder of the game. Haven't heard anything like super serious about it, though. It seems like it's just a precautionary thing, if anything. So that is fine, I believe. Kyle Trask, by the way, 6 of 8 for 91 yards. Trask has looked fine today. I think Trask has honestly looked fine, all in all. I think Suckup did win it last week, and I will die on that hill. Our backups don't look good. Our line can't block for Trask either. Not necessarily, no. Trask has had to move around a lot in the pocket. I would have loved to have seen Trask and what he could do with some of the starting guys. But unfortunately, it's not the case. It is Borregales' second miss of the preseason. Now, as I said, 52-yarder is a tough... 52-yarder is a tough field goal to make, but yeah, it's come on now. It's Suckup's job, folks. I'd rather a kicker who makes 45-yard field goal. had a really good Postseason run with the Bucs. Can't forget about that. Ellinger, by the way, on the play action. He's going to throw on 1st and 10, and he throws it out of bounds. That is at the Colts' 34-yard line, by the way. Ramoso, thank you for the $20 super chat, saying, don't die on any hills. We need you here each week. Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I don't plan on it, so we should be good to go with that. But they are talking about Todd Bowles' son now playing high school football, so that's cool. Again, Ramosa, thank you for that $20 super chat. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Sam Ellinger and the Colts from their own 42-yard line. Ellinger in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Handoff does go to the running back. I believe that's Tyson Williams, big number 91, making a tackle on that play. That's Benning Pote, who's having a pretty decent preseason game so far. No gain, 3rd and 10 from the Colts' 42-yard line. Ricky, are you talking about the top 5 teams in the NFC? Or what are we talking about here with those teams? Are we ranking the teams? Trask can be a serviceable backup. He will never be a high-level starter. Ellinger in the shotgun, running back next to him. Ellinger is going to throw. Pressure's coming on the side, and he is brought down. That is Anthony there. KI, thank you for the $2 super chat. Greatly appreciative of that. It's Andre Anthony making the tackle on the play. Brashad and Tyler, 5 and 6. Possibly. Here comes the punt, by the way, for Matt Hack. By the way, guys, thank you so much for the super chats, by the way. It is greatly appreciated. It helps ensure that I can do this more full-time as well. I actually did just recently quit one of my jobs recently, so or turn in my 2 weeks, rather. So I'm going to possibly see if we can do this more full-time as Devin Tompkins gets absolutely swallowed up by the Colts player on the return. Said playing opportunities preseason and last. He's doing nothing with it. See, I disagree with that, Aaron. I would say Trask has done fine in terms of preseason stuff. He hasn't probably been what everybody has thought that he was going to be or maybe want him to be, but I don't think he's been necessarily as bad as people have been saying he is either. He's done fine. He's played like a backup quarterback, I think. But he's also had some bad moments as well. So I don't think Trask has given any indication that he's like the full-time guy for this team. But he hasn't looked as horrible as people say he has. Troy Bowles committed to Georgia. Well, there you go. How much potential do you think Trask has? From what we've seen so far, to be completely honest, he would look like a low-tier starter. If I'm being completely honest. A low-tier starter. If he had to start right now for a team. That's what he kind of looks like right now. Like a low-tier starter, maybe like a decent-tier backup. Who's the Bucs' new center? It is still Robert Hainesy. Matt Hack, by the way, is fantastic tonight. I think the first thing players play around Trask, he will be better. Offensive line in particular. That's also another thing to consider as well. But Matt Hack, unless he's got Tom Brady program, he's supposed to be the Bucs' future. That is a fair point. Well, you know, again, there's still time with Trask regarding that. But, yeah, in terms of being the Bucs' future, he doesn't look like he's necessarily the future starting guy, but, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, you know, I'm not saying the guy looks fantastic. I'm just saying he doesn't look as bad as a lot of people make him out to be so far. Like, he looks like a low-tier starter, maybe a decent-tier backup right now. And maybe he's not the future. Let's turn on the game. How does Trask look? We were just talking about it, tall guy. He's doing fine so far. He is. He's doing fine so far. Anyone will have big shoes to fill replacing Brady. Kyle Trask hands it off to Patrick Laird, by the way, on first down. Gets a handful of yards there. It was 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 14-yard line. 2nd down and 4 at the Buccaneers 20-yard line. Patrick Laird putting together some decent-ish film. Maybe he'll be a candidate for the Buccaneers practice squad. 2nd down and 4. Trask in the shotgun, running back next to him. O'Keefe in motion. Handoff's going to go to Laird, who gets swallowed up by some Colts defenders. And that will bring up 3rd down. 10.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, by the way. To be fair, it's also not an issue with criticizing either. I criticize players all the time. I am calling it how it is and how I see it. I would also call it as I see it, it's saying that there's still time to figure that out. But 3rd and 6, it is going to be from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 18-yard line. Trask in the shotgun, running back next to him. Trask is going to throw. Throws to the sideline. Falls incomplete. Intended for Devin Tompkins. No flags on the play. So that will bring up 4th down. And there will be a punt. Taking a look at the Bucs' schedule, they play 2 games away, then they play home against the Packers on September 25th. Then they play against the Chiefs on October 2nd, then against the Falcons on October 9th. Here comes the punt from Jake Camarda, by the way. He's been a busy, busy man today. And this will be returned by the Colts. Brought down. Nolan Turner making a special teams tackle on the play. See what happens here, Andre Anthony. They're just talking about Andre Anthony right now. There you go with that. Is 2 weeks enough time for Hainesy to recover from his ankle injury? We don't know yet. It seems like he will be fine, so it seems like he's probably going to be good for week number 1, which is a good thing to see. So there you go. Do I think Mike Evans will have 1,000 yards this season? Yeah, I think he will. I think that's a pretty safe thing to bet on. Peter Court described Trask as Trent Dilfer Jr. Not a compliment. Well, that's fair. I mean, hey, that's not a compliment. That's chill. Man, even Baker looked better than the whole Bucs team's backups. Baker Mayfield? I mean, Baker Mayfield's a fine quarterback. I mean, I don't think Baker Mayfield's like crazy good, but he's like a mid-level starter in my opinion. So, I mean, I would hope he looks better than the Bucs backup quarterbacks. Hope Hainesy is at 90% by the Cowboys opener. Pick up Jordan Love from Green Bay. Yeah, no, that's... No thanks. No thanks. That's I'm not interested in that. Thank you. Not a big Jordan Love guy. Jake Camarda has 6 punts and a 46.3 yard average. Colts have 70 yards in return. So there you go with that. Whoopsie. Hold on 1 second here, folks. All right. Taking a look at the chat. So the net is just 34.7, a continuing issue for coverage teams. Yeah, I mean, punt coverage has been an issue for the Buccaneers past couple of seasons now, and it continues. I remember during the draft when Mel Kiper hyped up Dilfer like he was the hottest thing smoking. There you go. Miami takes the lead 48-10 against the Eagles. There you go. Win from the Patriots? I don't think that's an option. You don't want to trade for a guy and then say, hey, you're playing guard now, when he's never played guard before in the NFL. Shouldn't have to rely on a guy like that. I think that the Bucs are pretty content with Gedeke and Leverett at guard. Here comes the next play here for the Colts. They've got a lot of different backups that are running around now. Will we see any Ryan Griffin? That's a good question. That's a very good question. We'll see. Jake, let's see. 1st and 10, though. Devontae Price gets the run. Cooper makes the tackle there. Tom Brady talking to Blaine Gabbert on the sideline. You love to see that. One thing I will say that is always so weird about Kyle Trask is I never see him talking to Gabbert or Brady. It's such a weird thing to me. But it is going to be 2nd down and 6 from the Buccaneers 49-yard line. Play action. Colts quarterback is going to throw. That pass is dropped by number 49 of the Indianapolis Colts. And Dan Lucas is talking to Leonard Fournette on the play, or on the sideline rather. Cone passes incomplete to Jacobson, who has the drop on the play. We can get a quarterback in next year's draft. Class quarterbacks deep next year. I doubt Belichick will give him up. We need a new special teams coordinator, says you said. So it is going to be 3rd and 6 from the Buccaneers 49-yard line. Cone in the shotgun, a running back next to him. Cone is going to throw on 3rd down. Pressure's coming up the middle. Caught by number 12 of the Colts. That is a 1st down. Tackled down by Fatukasi and D. Delaney, I believe. Or is that Gardner? That might be Gardner. No, it is D. Delaney. That is caught by Harris. Maybe him not talking to Brady is the problem? Just kidding. It's always a weird thing, man. It's always just a weird thing. Laird sucks. He got caught by the Dolphins. Get Mason Rudolph. I think he can play. I like Mason Rudolph. He's not bad. Cone under center for the Indianapolis Colts from the Buccaneers 37-yard line. Play action. Cone's going to throw. He's going to run with it. He can scramble around, and he gets corralled out of bounds. That will bring up 2nd down for the Colts. What tight end makes the team? Brait, Rudolph, Otten, and Keefe. That's the 4 I think that make the team. Ko Keefe has been very good as a blocker. I mean, very, very, very good as a blocker. He's done good work. I think all 4 of them make the team. But no, they actually... Did they give the sack to Chris Cooper? I guess they give the sack to Chris Cooper then. Cone in the shotgun, running back next to him. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the Buccaneers 37-yard line. Handoff goes to the Colts running back who's got a lane. Tackled down by J.J. Russell. That will bring up 3rd down. 7.5 minutes left in this game, which is slowed exponentially after the 3rd quarter. Do you see my buddy Corey Draper on Twitter saying, I think before the season starts, we all need to come to terms with the fact that we could go 2-2 or worse with the first 4 games, but still be a good team. That opening schedule is pretty brutal. I don't disagree with that. But on 3rd down and 2, Cone in the shotgun, hands it off. Tackled down by Russell, I believe, was the Colts running back. It's going to be 4th and 1. Devonta Price gets tackled by J.J. Russell on the play. Do they go for it? Maybe they go for it. Rookie Jake Cone out of Notre Dame. We'll see what happens here. Looks like the Colts might opt to punt. Watford. I don't know why I said it like that. Watford is available, yes. But he's a backup guard, backup guard, I think at best. Good blocking tight end definitely makes the team. Need those blocks. That's facts. Here comes the field goal attempt, by the way, for the Colts. Kick is up. Kick is good. It is 27-10 now in favor of the Colts. We'll see what Kyle Trask can do and the Buccaneers backup offense. If Kyle Trask does come back out, maybe they'll just say, hey, Ryan Griffin, finish the game, man. We shall see. Lenny taking care of the fans. That's facts. He does what he does. So got over a little under 300 people in here for the stream. Thank you guys so much for that. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Haven't seen much positives with our backups. I think that's a fair thing to say. The backups haven't looked great necessarily. 3rd and 4th stringers really haven't looked great. There's been some positives. Olakunle Fatukasi has looked very good in my opinion. Very good. Keyshawn Vaughn's looked good. I think Rachaad White has had some good moments. Stearns, Tompkins, Geiger, those guys had a good first preseason game. Not so much after that. J.J. Howland had a nice catch today. Ko Keefe was a nice surprise. Some of the backup, I'm trying to think. Deidrin Sennett's had some good plays. Benning Potay's had some good plays today. I'm talking about the entirety of the preseason. Nolan Turner's had some moments. Don Gardner had a pick, which was nice. There's been some decent moments. Grant Stewart, I believe, is playing. Yes, he is playing. I don't believe they will cut down to 53 tomorrow, Marcus. They may make some cuts tomorrow. Once they do, I will make a entire video talking about it. Or, talking about whatever cuts they make as they happen. So just stay tuned on the channel for any updates for any roster moves that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers make. We will keep an eye on it. Man, oh man. Do I think Godwin will get 1,000 yards? Yeah, I'm gonna say he will. Depends on how much of the game. Depends on how much of the season he misses. Are they treating him like a vet who made the team? No, I don't think so at all. He's just been injured. That's kind of the situation it's been. You can't play if you're hurt, unfortunately, What is the 53-man deadline? I believe by Tuesday. Yeah, the 2023 quarterback class is very deep. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bucs did take a quarterback in that draft class. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, why not? It really wouldn't surprise me. Or if they figure to go with a veteran, like a Garoppolo or maybe a Teddy Bridgewater, that also wouldn't surprise me. Here comes the kickoff, by the way. For the Colts, this will be a returnable kick by Kalen Geiger, who's got some speed, but runs into his own coverage, guys. Man, oh man. Special teams, not great. Brady was drafted in the year 2000 or 1999. I can't remember which year. Yeah, Ko Keefe was already a part of the roster. He was already factored in. Yeah, a lot of cuts should be easier, I would say now, Aaron. A lot of cuts should be easier. What do I think Brady is talking about? Life? I don't know. Maybe he's just vibing. I don't think everything has to be about football. Maybe he's talking about what he's going to eat for dinner. I don't know. 1st and 10, by the way. Patrick Laird gets swallowed up by the Colts defender on the play. Backup offense, well, 3rd, 4th, 5th string offensive lineman, not looking great. That is a loss of a few yards there. 2nd down and 16 on the 6-yard loss on the run. Good Lord Almighty. Good Lord Almighty. Hey, I'm just saying, man. 2nd down and 15. 5.5 minutes left in this game. Trask is going to throw. It is a screen to Devin Tompkins. Tries to work his way to the outside. Doesn't get much. Gain of just a couple of yards there. That'll bring up 3rd down and long. Brady was drafted in the year 2000. Logan Hall was born 6 days later. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 at the Buccaneers. 24-yard line after the 3-yard gain by Devin Tompkins. We will see what Julio Jones, by the way, talking it up with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans and Russell Gage and Tyler Johnson. And Leonard Fournette is there as well. So Trask in the shotgun. Patrick Laird next to him. Trask hands it off. The Bucs have very clearly given up on this drive. But Patrick Laird still gets some decent yards there. Still gets a handful of yards. It will be 4th down. Brady and Gabbert still talking it up. No sign of Ryan Griffin, by the way. Is he already cut from the team? Inquiring minds want to know. That's a 5-yard gain for Patrick Laird. 4th and 7 at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 29-yard line. Hey, do they go for it? No, apparently not. Apparently they're not going to go for it. Here comes the punt from Jake Camarda again. We need to see some better special teams coverage on these plays, because my goodness, fair catch. It hits the Colts player, but he does come down with it, and the Colts will maintain possession. Brady's older than many head coaches. Well, not many head coaches. I wouldn't say many. But you got Trask sitting down next to Blaine Gabbert and Byron Leftwich here with Tom Brady there as well. There's Ryan Griffin. There's Ryan Griffin. We should trade for the Miami tight end. Are you talking about Mike Gesicki? Cone, by the way, under center, wide receiver in motion for the Colts. What is Cone going to do here? He's going to hand it off. And Grant Stewart is the first guy to get there, but he can't wrap up on the tackle. But he is the first guy to make contact. Gain of a couple of yards there. It will be second down on the play. Second down and 6 after the 4-yard gain by Devontae Price. Let's see what happens here. Griffin, Gabbert, Trask, Leftwich are all there together. Do you think we have a good chance to win it all this year? I would say yeah. Cone in the shotgun, a running back next to him. It is a bobbled snap, and he will go down. Good job by Cone to get the pass on that, or I guess reel down the bad snap. But 3 minutes left in this game, folks. It is third down and long now after the botched snap. I don't think they're going to count that as a sack or anything for anybody. So that is what it is. But really, recovered at the 26. So there you go. Trask, still there. Cone in the shotgun, running back next to him. 2.5 minutes left in this ball game, by the way, folks. It is going to be a swing out pass. The running back falls down and is tackled by his own players. It's that time of the preseason, folks. It's that time of the preseason. It is what it is, man. Thank you, Russell. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for being supportive. It is greatly appreciated. I know it's preseason, but this level of sucking for our backups is concerning. Well, thankfully they're backups, you know? No Super Bowl championship this year? I wouldn't say that. I think there's still a legitimate chance. Here comes the punt, by the way, so it looks like Kyle Trask will get one more drive to see what he can do. So that'll be good. What do you think about Lamar Jackson possibly being available after this season? I think that they signed Lamar Jackson. Here comes the return, by the way, from Devin Tompkins, who's going to make some shifty moves, and he will get brought down. But still not a terrible, terrible return, I suppose. Yeah, I think they signed Lamar Jackson to a long-term deal, though. I don't think he goes anywhere. I don't think he does at all. Man, oh man. What do I think happens to Brady after this year? If you want me to be honest, if you had to tell me right now what happens, I think he retires, but that's just me. Will he stay another year? I wouldn't think so at this point. Thank you, CP. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support as always. Evan says Brady's coming back. I don't know. He already retired once. It's not super duper fantastic. Man, oh man. Lamar Jackson will not be in free agency, will not be on a free agency tour like LeBron James. No, I think he stays in Baltimore for a good long time. Bucs should sign Jimmy G next year. That might be a legitimate option. Heck, they could sign Jimmy G after the 49ers release him. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh my gosh. Everybody would lose their minds. Everybody would lose their minds. You never know. Saints, a must-win. Rams, a must-win. Yeah, I feel you, Jonathan. He retired to call the Bucs bluff? Regarding what? Like, who knows? He could stay until he's 70? Well, at that point, I think he would be, like, partial owner of the team or something, right? Man, oh man. Still got a little over 250 people in here, by the way. Thank you guys so much for that. If you are new, hey, go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be doing this every single week of the regular season as well. And if you're enjoying the live stream, go ahead and hit the like button, man. We're almost to 425 likes. If we get it to 425, that'd be awesome. Tampa's early season is rough. Has a decent chance going for. I wouldn't say a decent chance, but it's certainly not easy. It is certainly not easy. Let's get some 2-minute drill work for Trask. I think that they may surprise some people in some of these games. They really might surprise some people throughout the first 4 weeks. You know, I think a lot of people are already writing them off. Their starters will be playing, though. What's my second favorite team? Don't necessarily have one. Don't necessarily have one. Oh, you got a Brady Bucs Patriots morphed jersey in one. There you go. Good Lord. Looks like this will probably be the last offensive drive of the game for the Bucs, by the way. Kyle Trask is still on the field to end out the game. A minute 58 left in this game. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Patrick Laird, who hits a hole, gets a handful of yards there. That will bring up 2nd down and 6 from the Buccaneers' 42-yard line. A minute 30 left in this game. Why not have him throw it, man? Have him throw it around a little bit. Man, oh man, needs to be a t-shirt. Do I say that a lot? The offense will be more balanced. Laird has had all the highlights, right? 2nd down and 6. Handoff goes to Patrick Laird again. He hits the hole and gets a handful of yards there. I believe he gets the 1st down there. 1st and 10 from the Buccaneers' 49-yard line. 7-yard gain for Patrick Laird. What do you think takes Rams versus Bucs week 9? I believe it's a home game. Who do I think takes it? I'll probably make an entirely separate video for... what am I trying to say here? Season predictions. Trask in the shotgun. Laird next to him. 45 seconds left in this game, folks. At the 49-yard line, handoff goes to Laird again. They really don't want Trask. They really don't want Trask taking some shots here, man. That makes me sad. 30 seconds left in the game. Just let Trask take a couple of shots, man. Why not? Why not? 2nd down and 3. 20 seconds left. Pain. We don't care. Oh, they're all jogging out to the field. Well, this game is over, folks. Your final score is 27-10. Matt Ryan, Tom Brady embrace in the middle of the field. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's the end of your ball game. You had all 3 timeouts. Hey, give Trask a shot on that final drive. That's what I would have done. I guess you just say, hey, we're done with the preseason, man. We don't care. It is what it is. But, folks, that's it for the game. That is it for the game there. What are your guys' thoughts on the game? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. We're going to be hanging out for a moment here while Rhett gets his live stream fired up. We are going to be talking about it on the post-game stream. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions on here? No, we're not leaving yet. Hey, whoa, who said we were leaving? We're not leaving. Let's take a look at some of these stats, by the way. Okay, who said we were leaving? I didn't say we were leaving. We're still vibing here, man. Hold on just a moment. I didn't say we're leaving yet. Hold on, folks. My goodness. Everybody's saying, all right, see you later. We're not even done yet. They're still talking on the TV there. I'm probably going to shut this off. Look. All in all, this was a meh kind of game. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see a ton from the starters. Or we saw enough good from the starters. Brady, 6 of 8. 40... Oh, Jesus Christ. Scared the crap out of me. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, but, you know, we saw enough good out of the starters that I feel like, you know, they were able to get the job done, and all in all, things went fine for them. The backups, they did what they did, man. They didn't go out there and do anything, like, super crazy. But I don't necessarily think they went out there and were god-awful. There was some not great moments with, like, some of the, there was some not great moments with, like, some of the backup offensive linemen, which were not great. But, you know, all in all, I don't think. You know, what were my opinions on the game? I feel like that all in all, like, the backups played okay for the most part. Sandy, thank you, by the way, for joining the team as a member, as a team rookie. That is greatly appreciated. If you guys are also interested, go ahead and hit the join button. It would be a great way to support the channel. Help me do this more in a full-time capacity. I just quit one of my jobs recently, so that'd be grateful to help out as well. Be grateful to help out as well. But folks, I'm going to go ahead and 1 second. I am going to go ahead and redirect us over to Rhett's live stream here in just a moment if it does work. We're going to be waiting on that for just a second. Nothing coming up yet. Somebody said Keith Armstrong needs to go. That was the most disappointing thing with special teams. Special teams was not good. It wasn't good at all. Yeah, it kind of stunk. But, you know, aside from that, everybody was just kind of meh. It was what it was, you know, but special teams has got to improve. I mean, like you guys said, at this point, you really got to start taking a look. You've really got to start taking a look at, I think you've really got to start taking a look at the special teams coach there, you know? Man, oh man. But anyway, folks, we're going to go ahead. It looks like the redirecting is not working here, unfortunately. It is a little bit broken, which is unfortunate. Let me see if I refresh my page, it'll do anything. If not, we will just have to roll with it. Hold on one moment. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and redirect you here to Rhett's live stream. I'm going to end it off here, and you guys will be redirected over to Rhett. So, folks, go ahead and stay tuned. You guys don't even have to do anything. I'll see you in just a moment. See you guys in a second.